Wala lenga jabang.
Ale bonsajali.
Wala mama jali.
Useni masata.
Wala mama jali.
Alale amasayati.
Ina mutonyati.
Mbaro da bodima. Numekunda da bodima doi. Musa da bodima. Mandela ya do buoge. Alale pate jola.
UDP Ali Sabari.
Ni useni fata dami.
UDP national.
Tafala yere.
Kamde felal bulu.
Mandela do buokele. Salida bokema. Mayinduru kema. Mandela do buoke. Gambia bebe jelela. Gambia bebe seori. Ale bonsajel. Ale bate jola. Mansole bate jola. Ale bonsajel. Ale bonsajel. Mandela do buoke. Muna do luka Mandela. Do luka Useni dabo. Do luka dabo. Do luka Useni. Do luka loya. Useni do bola do bole. Do boka Useni. Another comfort mami. Woluka loya. I don't walk a Gambia. Gambia kaya Mandela. Mandela rokele. Maja mori vilai. Mova mata Gambia. Mosaro mata Gambia le. Gambia bebe jelela. ID. Bedi abune. Gambia badiade. Usana molunata. Bi wabedi. Gambia badiade. Sakada bodura. Paroda bodima. Mukunda bodima. Kemo sisa borle. Usani kana kemo. Usani kana kemo. Kemo sisa borle. Gambia badiade. Bi wabedi abune. Bi wabedi abune. Gambia kana kemo. Usani kana kemo. Kemo ebaroke. Madi sulanata. Bi wabedi abune. Gambia badiade. Mopa manda Gambia. Mosaro manda Gambia. Baroda bodima. Alale bate jola. Mansole bate jola. Salida bokema. Mayinduru kema. Gambia badiade. America. Gambia badiade. Bi wambendi abune. Bi wambendi abune. Maimuna sisa morle. Maimuna sisa morle. Useni kana maile. Vadu sanya konate. Vadu sanya nyole. No bongolu nata. Bi wambendi abune. Jalo jati tele. Jalo jati le. Jalo jati wa. Masabura nata. Keso korolo. Gambia badiade. Gambia badiade. Bi wambendi abune. Useni dabla bolule. Useni dabla bolule. Tumale useni kanu. Useni dabla bolule. Mayinduru kema. Bi wambendi abune. Gambia badiade. IG. Mala Mansoji, H.E Ousainou Darboe H.E Alana Batajola, Masole Batajola, Mandela Dokuokele, Gambia Baby America, Mandela Dokuokele, Mandela Dokuokele, Gambia Baby Jerela, Mofa Bata Gambia, Mofa Bata Gambia, Gambia Baby. Gambia Badiale, Gambia Badiale, Gambia Badiale, Yebi Wapediale, Yeuseri Mazata, Yemobata Gambia, Mosarabata Gambia, Loya Raboleta, Sakara Bonata, Lodoru Mario Lamu, Lodoru Mario Lamu, Lodoru Mario Lamu. Wali mama ngolamu, ye Gambia Badiale, ye Gambia Badiale.
Yo, assalamualaikum baringolo. Dalam sehu mal bisnala UDP online bantaba. For this special edition, be sibit Dimas Longo or April Karo Turtanin Kilimo. Mbal content obviously a special program jointly co-hosted by UDP TV Media and UDP Online Bantaba. Be Mbal Bismillah platform of 11th of April 2021, 17:23 p.m. right now in the UK. I think it's 9:23 a.m. in Seattle in the USA and 12:21 p.m. in Washington DC right now. It should be 4:23 p.m. in the Gambia, 7:23 p.m. in Saudi Arabia. Different time zones, different parts of the world. Mbal Pisimlala platform auto Nina Brother Bijan Sama Jaju. Interview me alangoni UDP la party leader, flag bearer for United Democratic Party for December 4th presidential elections. But it's a program of that in Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, that in Mansatala Tola. Covering your party leader, okay, yes, pro law, Lola party for this very important election. You know, the first media appearance day. So they jointly the two media platforms, Nata Proka Party Leader interview, Sana Jaju representing UDP TV Media and my humble self, UDP Online Bantaba. So, Party Leader Janami Nalarek need diaspora la chairman, Menkatam Bold Shady Kanti, at along Dolbela Alpha Batijam, UDP diaspora, at chairman oti. Nate Bekatan Demo Sotolajan, then Ning Party Leader Paritadek, then the Party Leader will join the platforms in Ajam. But Kalbe welcome Mel joined her. Thank you for watching us. So I'll send support. So Sana, you're welcome to this special program on UDP Online Bantaba, jointly co-hosted by these two platforms. Bismillah, Sana.
Barakabake Sehu, be lamurla ning jibelal be kontonna ani men yaron ko minani kacha lamurla later on. Be from kontonna on UDP Online Bantaba ni team be. It's a pleasure to be here and thank you for hosting me once again. Koya for Nyamen. Lamola Ninjiba Lumina, na party leader, general, this is going to be his first interview, I mentioned with the media, since his selection as the flag bearer of the United Democratic Party for this coming election, December the 4th, 2021. Odo kamala tel lib jiber laning lamur lalu alsan lamuaning haklola alkanan lamuaning gisola the party leader nin kala questionable menna abebe jaberal to the best of his ability fana and after you understand fana ko as the leader of the major and the biggest political party in the Gambia abe kacha kala kamal belela na se maninka kawma da maninka kawma la jele na se sura kawma no da be sura kawma la jele na tata angle fana that's fine some basic patients ronalongo is representing the entire Gambia, but not only the UDP. And Canadian Gambia from Bele, not only UDP and all. What ambal tentula wala and in Dani Fanalie patients with us. But come this is a jointly program hosted by UDP Online Bantaba and UDP TV and Media. We are also representing all the other UDP media networks all. ibijang imantara jang be jam ka UDP tole UDP ngol be tole jang seho abaraka bake
Abaraka sana, welcome to this program be bafala tol jiber lalu ani melbina jibela later la moyla kendolo alse kafuntol mo floba dina luntangol melbina la jam pour programme ote aseke programme ote me alonko ase nse kumol fo jame alonko aben na patio na fa la Gambia na fa man satala sen nemul fanan tankandi bawo ntol mu jondi wollati drong hadama de man timma ngana kumo fo jame alonko wasina tinyari ku samana jawo manke na ngani yoti kumo kuma mbafala jam pour que patio makoy ko Gambia banko na ba ni ko UDP synonymous to Gambia la nyato ta so atol mo kendol mo den be min jibe ka to la hakilo wartam tawti jama babi aliye alla londor wartam tawti bakele so bal danila wala afelen na luntam ba follow funtita nam follow men kata bo cheri kanti ade dunta ne right now so sana mboje here, let's welcome you. Diaspora chair, welcome.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Sedili. Thank you, Honorable H.E Ousainou. And
you're welcome.
Okay, manebe America do.
Ko America be jande. Kandiala be actually. It's a little bit hot today.
Okay.
You know,
okay.
Yeah, in this will be. Yesterday it's been raining very, very heavily yesterday throughout. But alhamdulillah.
Okay. You know. So now you wanna have a quick word with Mboj before we crack
UK?
On? UK bijande yalo nyame rek samani krip karabol.
That's good. Sarawos yalo go guy galo woro nasate. Minala alenda sira alenda bumo mutanye jet. I'm coming.
Oh, if I'm been to Mboj, if I know Seattle.
Oh yes, Seattle is my favorite place.
Okay.
We're looking forward.
Yeah.
And then we meet you.
Ali pata sabana, pata bijele sai, pata be
I know. I know. You know.
Okay. Mira wala sai patani boy sade kilomoko.
Interesting.
And I will lay low. I will lay low. Y'all take a full. You know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we crack on, guys, about party leader Atemela Bina. So formally, observing all protocols, Bimu, we are deeply honored, Sana. About this name, Bo Sherikan, is a household name in Gambia. But in Mamera, I appear mediator. Atela Dokuo is behind the scenes. Aka call behind the scenes, but media. So this is a golden opportunity for UDP Dingoli chairman or Moi. Yeah, Jeff Fanang. Mo jama babi jingalong ikabon board city ka board my baby mo all opportunities are for melna mita Gambia melialong and melialong in real life, but jama babi social media come board city can tumando in manaje. So this is an opportunity sana for us to have our chair here. So na commanding kata soto, you know. Nice opening to Janin party leader before Binala Diamoko. So that's really good, Sana, isn't it?
Yes, even yesterday, that's what I was telling Fode when he informed me about Mboj. I think this might be Mboj's first appearance in the media, and this is going to be our first interaction with him. So it's good to have him here, like Yafunyameng. And then it's not only us, but diaspora at large. Metamola, the diaspora chairman, Mboj said he can. Nakadiamu telephone to Alado behind the scene, but it will be also grateful for the audience to see him today facially on the media and to hear from him, because if I'm at a moment to my wadi, so you'll be very happy to hear directly from him. So Mboj Mbafle, welcome to the show. Jointly hosted by UDP TV and Media and UDP Online Band by myself and him. So we are so grateful to have you on board today. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for giving us this opportunity, Mr. Sedika.
Yes, thank you, Sehu. Thank you, Sana. This is indeed a pleasure and an honor to me, you know, for me to definitely be with you guys. You know, I'm deeply honored. I know this is the first time to come to these platforms. Ngalonko, for some of you people who know, this platform or new platform are some of my ideas. You know, I remember, you know, when we started this thing, you know, a lot of people were skeptical. They thought this is impossible. But I think that honor and thanks goes to you people for your tenacity and your dedication. All what is possible in UDP, especially in the diaspora, was not possible. It would not be possible without you people. Alekato Menke is very, very tremendous. So I have to thank you, first and foremost, because Mbebe Bantalajang, we're all in this diaspora here. We know how hard it is. Definitely right now, I have to lock the door in order to have time, even to talk, to have this few time with you people. I cannot imagine you people day in, day out, albala time of Filaje, to sit to that much separation from your family. To have the time to enlighten Gambians and much more UDP supporters, the policies and programs of the party. For Aladam man said for Aladani Pura Aljo. None of us can pay you people. And as you mentioned, Sehu, I like to play behind the scene. That's my nature. Because Nadiamo Manyan Nasiala Moneatina, I know there is a lot of hope and trust in me. And Malafi Nakumakango or Nakuo na Keribaro asi Aljiko Bondinka, because leadership is a big responsibility. I always believe, Kavo Komenko, I shouldn't be selfish. I should not look at myself to be out there creating controversies. Many Alonko is going to reflect on your people. I told many Alonko, I trust you to be your chairperson. And but also, most importantly, for those who know me very well, I'm very, very close to Mr. Darboe. And I don't want to make any utterances or things many Alonko can be associated with him. Because a lot of people who know the history from 1996, I've been with this man. He's like a father to me. And there were many attempts, you know, to get to him through me. Some of those things, malafike for jang, because maningole mem for eko famfola omujalinta reality. But those who know me, they know me. Y'all know what kind of person I am, and the way I operate. So, I'm very, very careful. You cannot get any friends or simply because I am very, very, very protective of Mr. Darboe. Very, very protective of him. I had in Gambia from Okono, there is one gentleman, is from Dankunku, Nyamina Dankunku, Gabai Musa Jadang. If I can call somebody a close friend, he's the only person that I can call a close friend. I have people that I do things with, but I'm very, very, very careful because Kewani Yala lifeless sacrifice. And Bankoni best statement thing, we don't have anybody. And believe me, I have lived with this man for 25 years now, day in, day out. That country, BB, and there is nobody. There's a singular person in that country, who can move that country forward than him, further than him. So, war, anything Mensa will protect should be our priority. You understand that? So, that informs some of the decisions that I sometimes take, you know. But of course, you know, I do my things. Anything me alonko abe patio move forward within the diaspora here. Kawrin Nata Jang, that was 2004. We didn't have much chapters. I was in New York. In fact, when I was coming, I definitely would not want to go to some of these things because sometimes I'm a very emotional person. But when I was coming, it was a very, very tough decision. And this probably Mr. Darboe himself is going to watch or might be watching right now. You know, when I told him, I want you to do me a favor. Laftale ngatara dulado dame alon ko na politiko sa continent you know akonyeko din ko ha akonyeko.
Okay, mboj malafi interject la, but audience o dolbe comment kan ko nga angale o talabake yalo na molla ko nyo sa ko mbari nyomi ngoli to yale to man tuwa ko moy baake
eko ngamu
tala angale fo talabake
o nga angale tala
yalo aka kole anto tuba karandi ngol bulle
okay that's understandable. Okay. Ngambe haglot laje. Okay. So you know akonyeko akonya mbadunga wasa command wasa jade. So I'll haka today mole be bundala.
No problem.
Me foka wala mnyinti day. You know yeah akonya mbe wasa jade kumandila. So another wasa kumandi kuru wasa injia kabirina da fana darata wasa le bulu in New York. Iko moment nyina da kununa ite sama jainola. You know whatever I did on behalf of UDP is basically through the help of Wasa. Wasa Taraje with Sehumbalos and others. And Wayatara UDP chapter Nyimbije, we work together. Whatever we kept doing it. Until there was a time, you know, yalom politiko na meta ko kule fanam. Na meta saje modulu ila fenko sitala. So some of them move on. But we persevere, we kept on. We strive. You know, just to cut it short, coming, you know, Bankola intereso. And in particular na intereso. And from 2004 to date, na position of momentum, you know, to move the UDP forward in the diaspora. And Mamira, Namira Roto, Onim tema, UDP diaspora meeting killing at a mom either organize or be part of it. You know, so that is it. But in UDP, Atole Asabu, the diaspora. We have great people, great chairpersons. You have the Lamin Konates, we have the Mafode Cham, Bob Torres, Member Jans, Sidia Mankani in Seattle, you know, Minnesota, Ibrahim Kamara, and all the rest. These are very great people. Many alonko ye bankola hamo ye walesuto. You know, I have great partnership and great relationship with all of them. Basically, no, but say who we have maybe some details of myself probably will come later. But we have a great task ahead of us.
Tonya.
And I think our focus should be how do we get to where we want to go. We did it before, like I said. There is nothing impossible. You know, that is the UDP spirit. You know, the UDP spirit, that can-do spirit. That is what kept us going. And the spirit is still there. It's not dead. We just have to revive it. Keep it up. You understand? Those should be a number one. UDP cooking among all the things many along I you know somebody made tembo men to them form for the Walam Nakankilia. You know, Yalong Hanin Nangoni Ningo Isakuya. Bari main important ta be kono wala mnal kuyata aliya fo nyokan al kana finti
tonya
wo ndela dindi ya kono UDP kono 1996 anim fombe bimento te ma fo ko men ko na executive ol kono o patio kono mol damal buka problème osu bari ntela dindi ya ni tela wo time on bite man nena mal lo ka ko men ko openly either even to be aware of it. You understand? Mbuka moy. Mune wono nyomu tolem nga nyola kolje bari because adama dingo ni jato fa korosi sa ju isi dulaje me alonko amam better. Yeah. So ninga be wonyama ni moja ya kuke me alonko amang beng isa kumandi ya diamundi. We move forward. That spirit, because and also nkabo moli yalo nibe monoma nyaton ko jikitala ika menke ika jiko amankuto ika woleta
tonya
ntolu nin karambum bentol bulu Ibrahima ka wala diamol kono there is no university done Ousainou Darboe
tonya
that learned a lot from Ousainou. And I think all of us nyanta wole karanna because ninkumu ntol banigol ko tubabol ko nyadi they are ready to pass the baton to us to lead the party. Adong itol la mankuto ntol nyanta wole nina because these are what I call the dying breed. Is sifalumansia biwila la tolla tembo mento la fora be tembo mento anila humility ila honesty what generation is fading out. So we have to learn from them from now. So this is something that I urge every one of us to learn to be humble, to be honest, committed and steadfast in whatever we are doing because adama dingo je main important la dunia mo me be kono wala muy kuma kamoti ani kebaro
tonya
inyanta tilina bake when all these things ite alon sehu and I have to thank you because there is something that people don't know and I want to mention it here. Ngamira and yaje Mr. Darboe kanyim for all the time ako UDP the unique thing about UDP wala mnyinti ko ntol especially in the diaspora nga nyolon kadiamu bari nene ma nyoje fam
tonya
exactly.
I remember Kabirim Benta Gambian that was early 2018. What people don't know wala you and Jarai among the people, many are lonko. Wale in the Baro Youth Movement afata. But this is something that you can come and boast. But you didn't.
No.
Because you're humble. And unity. Because in UDP, because for example, say who. Ninte lota being kontelanga nyinke ndase fengo fenkeno ndase whatever ntenga ke ntenga solo sandensi me alonko ala life sacrifice
honey
ndase kuoke fonga tambi ndala kato tambi sajo kunjan sanela men niyo boda UDP la kodo ndase kata ke fo wose tambi sidia sanya na me alonko niyo boda UDP la kodo ndase kata ke fo ka tambi lam maro nyolla singul nyasi nyol
Femi Peters
the list goes on.
Femi Peters
Femi Peters these are all great people, but il a sacrificed yake dalilo menkama to move that country forward. Yenda ko mo ngame nan to la responsibility mu munati wala bata kana ke kenzamote wala nante kabrin nonsense all bebe caring ni modole diamuta no ko he has nothing to lose kabringa baro ning alanin fenko kabri la program on I don't have anything to lose. Because nkae nako ntol be nyanta hakilo tula nkae ko Ousainou ning Barrow nkae ko ñun be mun na alpha lati.
Tonya.
Nkae ko ning fitino dun tetema nkae ko Gambia be fola le.
Yeah.
Nkae UDP be fola, Barrow be fola.
Tonya.
Nkae ko so umantol dodo nafa. But the other way mune fonye. Akonye, I don't have anything to lose. Yeah, this is somebody. Yeah. Akonye, I don't have anything to lose. Nko dia ko ha. Nkae kabo bila. Nkae nite kudu kilinde do. Nkae I have everything to lose because nte kabirin dinding. Ngana life sacrifice. Nkae but much more. Nkae ko all those who died. Nkae ko will yela life sacrifice for UDP. Wallahi. They have lost everything for UDP. You don't have anything. I lose everything. I lost everything. But in the for the Sana, you know, I'll come back to you people and the diaspora in general. I'll be cut home now. UDP, niaje mfuta nyin tembodo, niaje baroman consume ala ta kola. This is what I believe. Yeah. It's because of the efforts at all men to sensitize people from the onset. Yang kumandile kumol be from male underground, the message all kinyanane. It didn't deter me. Say who stop, Sana stop. For the jawla stop. Yang alongo sometimes we go overboard. But alata kola niajem furata tembe to be. Allah katol. So I want to thank you. Thank you for your efforts. Thank you. And the entire diaspora itself. Partiyo nying kabring a lota. Leadership is very, very important in any organization. A leadership with foresight. 1996, 1997, wala mu UDP la first chapter loader in France. Wow. Leadership is it going to be a protracted fight? But in Tolman Benim Banco can Kusike no nale. So Ninku Ketana, Nyanta nse Demaros no nyadile. Wole ideal natina. Yalo mas nyata ko kendo ke mira wala nyam. Just like 2016 Kabirita Congress in Basse. Yeah, idea for every position here, deputy soto. For in case of emergency, imagine Kabirin emergency nada. We had some people many along they took over the party. Exactly. This is the essence of good leadership. Wisdom. Great wisdom. Because we have somebody. Mea Lonko is surrounded by people many alonko fengo fenelo. Yeah. Namanke greed and ignorance. Yeah. Yes. Odama, greed and ignorance. And because you cannot tell me it jamme kele. Because he's corrupt. Yeah. Because he's inefficient. Yeah. Because he's nepotic. You be for ya jamme. But you come and sit down, especially out to our comrades. Wallahi. Many alonko we were in this struggle. We became family. Wallahi. But unfortunately, they get carried away. But you cannot tell me, what was happening before Yala time is better, or maybe happening B is better than Jamela time. You cannot compare the two. The amount of corruption in this government will lie away below. Not because Imam Mofa, but every day we are seeing the security situation in that country is the worst than ever. Exactly. Right and center. Yeah. The economic situation of that country is terrible. We just like beggars and strangers in our own country. Wallahi. You have to go. I'd probably say we farmer Gambia. So diaspora, we're very, very key. We are very, very instrumental. Yeah, we are very, very instrumental. And what I've seen so far is a lot of enthusiasm in the Gambians in the diaspora. You know, until before, chapters all were very few. But now we 23, 24 chapters.
Wow. And with the
that is
emergence,
tremendous. And what that indicates is where Gambia dingol menu be bantala. Your concernment of the Bankola B is far even worse than when Jammeh was there.
True.
And they are more determined now. And we can do it. We can do it. Believe me, we can do it. Ning United as a force, there is nothing that can stop us.
True.
Stop Nola. You know, it will take resources and a lot of commitment. Baring along ka kodo bondi nandame along the other time ngado mo ya ko ha baroko useni na ko ha modole 5 million di patiola usenu manson alo mu kalamuta balialati because ni kalamuta ta mome along ko ima long anata akoy ko be 5 million di imagine bi membe ke kam banko ka
tonya
maningol ga men ko keba loto kam menje dindingo sito bukaje
wallahi
useni même fosi wala be hapunde bi imagine wo mol men o kodo ka bu ay kodo di o kodo wala yatina bi ka kidol dundi banko ka ika drug sol dundi banko ka
tonya
you understand what all kind of corrupt practices are happening in that country because they came and bribe you
wallahi
and useni this is what he wala yalla wala tan ka kumo fo anin ka kumo long amankile
no
ni aje useni man kuma fo bendulato ndebe jele ndebe o bendulato ndebe o bendulato bari ni aje man kuma fo ko la man ko do nyimuda wala UDP akwate UDP mortgage la to anybody UDP is sponsored and funded by you civilian atol the layman UDP kawin tol dalta wala kan utaymo na fo ka wala bonni ntada mi na ka na fo bondi ka di mol la tari yena ko mo le $5 dalta wala you know what that entails B ning UDP masakunda lota motina la quality tena la yena ya fo nyeko bedrogo nat la bango o kontena na nonsense ke banko kan because iko e ko dole din tol
hani
leadership nyinamu leadership but leadership with greed but you know this man he told us plainly I have one year like ko wate man fell long amam man sakunda fell long at a business all along how can you imagine but ya jamema menkeno in 20 years 22 years in Kanilai baroye wala ke manka mankunda in the space of 3 years
3 years extraordinary isn't it
extraordinary
yeah
and we sat down and watching that ide see go jube ide man mirror so if you guys have a question, time is going. I think what we will do, I have a lot to say.
These two platforms will definitely book interview with you separately later on.
Yeah, but also, y'all member Kerim Pananyanta Mole Sambarata COVID Pengota. A fellow call Kasai.
Okay, no problem. What keep like Abaraka back and Tebe Mem follow wrong. I will let Sana maybe ask you one question. Thank you, Moj. Eventual tend to come, but in Tolfana equally may tend to us. Itafana a role and play wo youth movement out together with Jarai, myself, and a lot of people who are on the ground. Your role member Italental lead, Italental Hanyindi. So equally, I would say much commendation to you. Prukantol Hanyindi code steps older. But also ila bi najang momanya na sababola. Sana alluded to it earlier. Mbe fode jawala for $10 for the wisdom. Because bringing in program of book, he was came up with this Hakili Kendo ko Ali diaspora Kiamano interview follow Janing Patin de Mina. So before they found $10. And also I just want to make a comment. April is quite an eventful month for the Gambia. April 11th, 2000 Gram the Dinner Fata. Let's remember them. April 10 and 11. On a day like today is just fitting 14 Karam to the Jame Melfan 2000 victims and their families, we remember them. Also, in matter of days, we'll have April 14, you referenced Solo Sanding, remember, April 16, Watumole Party leader from. So, April, quite eventful month for the Gambia, you know, so it's very important. But let me just get back to Sana. Sana, maybe in your question, killing sort of from Boj, then you fire. Sana, go ahead.
Yeah, Baraka Shehu, thank you, Mr. Sedikan. Come Nafunyamen, this is the first time to share a platform with him, but not under Jamfana Kayandale, because at the end of the day, very encouraging words from him, and I believe Kolamorla Jibela shooting to the platform can shoot at being Kumulmuela and Hakilola. Mr. Sedikan, in your capacity as the diaspora chairman, people were looking forward to hear from you, especially the diaspora. Mina Bikela general advice coming. Since we are moving towards the election, they are moving here in diaspora by file, Lua comba file, IEC comba file. But now the last say is with the government of the day. And the government of the day, what should be your general advice? Nimba file, because diaspora has a great role to play. They have to play a great role. We must play a great role. And as the chairman, Yamarodi. Modo tara Gambia 2 months ago mutana registration of pisadi but again we want to hear something from you, something that will be encouraging. Members of diaspora, we have to make sure that this is a do or die.
Yes, thank you, Sana. Sana Kayako question is very, very important. We still believe Kava Komanko diaspora cartel file. And let's believe Kava Bekela. But it would require a lot of mobilization on our part, and a lot of movement on our part, a lot of sacrifice on our part until UDP diaspora. Because this election is for us to lose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, so whatever it takes, yeah, I understand, to mobilize the diaspora is key in this. Some of the strategies that we're working on, because y'all on the opponent, they try to copy us. Yeah, I understand me. I try to be very careful where, you know, some of the information are, but, you know, we will work on a strategy in the diaspora as to how we can maximize our turnout. Yeah, I understand that in that area. But also, most importantly, you know, in the case, in any case, election, we are not going to vote in the diaspora. I think UDP, like yeah, I understand. We did it before, and we will do it. And that is to mobilize each and every one of us. Whatever. Yeah, and they listen to us. They have great regards and respect for us in the diaspora because they know life member but in sacrifice la to redeem that country, we meant good for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, understand. So they will listen to us, and that is send them all mobilize as much as possible. And you know, another thing is nim momo because nimu sacrifice them. Nim momo sitanu fanankata karta fay.
Yeah.
Bitalan.
Yeah.
They are playing this game. Well, for example, I was in the Gambia for almost 3 months. One of the reasons was that I wanted to register there. But nonetheless, I'm going back. Just trying to put few things together, I'm going back. So that is anima cardio final, but in Tolanga also the many along say influence your cardio file. And that start with registration. It starts with registration. Registration is very, very important. We are coming to that stage. I think you online platform use to sensitize people in that area, to all people to go and register.
True.
And when they register, election time we urge them to go out and register. But Sana, before I go, you asked one very, very important thing, the advice that I will give to the diaspora. You know, for central is unity. You know, because Yalon Kabiri Nyunkos that one of the things that they wanted to do was to divide us. Yeah. They wanted to divide us, you know, into camps, you know, the Malfong camp will say the you all try, and they will keep trying. But what is important is to ignore all the distraction, because you can't even be the while things are happening in the country. We cannot afford to lose. So unity is very, very key. You know, unity is very key. Also, we have to remember, political is numbers, right? We might have differences with our opponent, but generally, you know, we all have good intention for the country, right? What we need to realize also is that sometimes coming nimolu na opinion be falling nale. Ntol left akala nyame to left akala nyam. Ntol nga advantage to. That is very clear to everybody.
Yeah.
Gambia momo beje koni be sinola. But yala nako UDP le advantage to. But what we can do is na opponent nyolu nge nene nge kafundim fanna. Yalon ko modol beje hanni sanole jindinang. They don't like UDP, they will not like. They will not. But the majority of the Gambian people are very, very decent, hard-working people. When they are long, they have the interest of the country at that. The analogy that I usually use is this. For example, Niman Yolo or Niman Dia, but someone now someone Nankanankela Bunda Kongkong. You understand it? A meta nyawonya nyama isilo lundo silo palanteroto ye yo fi jumala mnyint. If that keep going on, even munekala na mede be bunda ela nyela. Adu sometimes na mede se sira wodi na faya fo nyesi salo kono. Kachaka na wole nyama na kambeng. You understand it? And as the party leader said always, let us be decent in our politics. Let's engage people on issues.
Exactly.
Not on personalities.
True. That's very important.
Because you're more different, more killing full of sabala babble. I don't know so that mola. Me more than Yakuma Jawo farmer, maybe more full of sabon back or maybe mention that tomorrow is Sabaisi. You understand? We will have to be very, very wise in our politics. You understand? Now opponents only they don't have anything there. Fentebulu, imantala jikrim fenna. You understand? Imantala jikrim songo fenna. Wala mu control distract. That is what they're trying to do, and we should try to avoid that as much as we can.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Well, it's very important. Thank you so much, Sana. Thank you so much, Boch. We'll let you go because Ngalongo, family issues are also there. But thank you so much.
No,
we understand. So even Menkelarek, allow the party leader, Boch, you can do that for us on the background. Allow the party leader and operator join so that we can crack on.
Okay. So I'll let you, on behalf of the entire UDP diaspora, I want to thank the entire diaspora. And thank you, you know, and the UDP membership as well. You know, you know, we came a long way, you know. 1996 to now, 25 years almost, right? You know, but we still have a step hill to climb. Until we reach there, we shouldn't relent.
True.
Yeah, I understand. We shouldn't relent. We should not relent. Ngaje you know, you bank palace unity, nothing, but bank kelolem.
Exactly.
I understand. Yeah, bank kelolem. You have to go live in that country. Wallahi, I don't know what is happening.
True.
It is a disgrace na banko beta constitution moment. And ningata meta nyinna. Wallahi mbebe mbulo podila. And we cannot allow that to happen. So I thank you all.
Thank you, Boch. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Badingolo Golom Boch Shedi County Diaspora Chairman. I come on for Jambelenga Manyola. Obviously. Hakili Kendall, Hakili Nimal, I Olaf Kajang, and Nangamera Mbebe Kela Kumakamol Moilati, Alama Ale Mbeke Kumakamol Moyati. Carlton Tobacco, Albela Makam joint interview UDP TV Media and UDP Online Bantaba. We will have the party leader next. Whatever join Nankang. It's 18:05 p.m. in the UK right now. It should be 5:05 p.m. in the Gambia. So party leader will join us any moment from now. I told maybe I'll be video share, maybe YouTube, maybe Facebook. Thank you so much for joining us. Sana, I don't know what you gathered from both Ladiamo, but he has said Kumol Melialongo deeply touching words here today.
Yeah, so it is great to have him here today. And Black President. I feel like I'm listening to the party leader himself because mostly and then he's very close to the man. So he himself learned a lot from the man. And then listening to Mboj, you will still be learning from the party leader, His Excellency the lawyer H.E Ousainou Namira komi mu fojang abe important abake kam Mboj show once in a while. Kadiam fanna clean fojang menkeda UDP ni baro temati bawo yenyim belief la so ko barole UDP le baro jamfa wala ba Ousainou lafta kala nyato ko li by force but ay kumodo lum fo jam min yalon ko wala kata difference wala the cause of the difference between UDP ni baro tema is very important because we had Fabu Sane at Kerfadu saying that ko left like $5 million di UDP la UDP balanda la Ousainou Darboe wala blame Mbojedula kumo fawotole and mbialo nako wako kata nyame because Darboe was asking questions. Who is giving this money? Where is the money coming from? And why are they giving the money to UDP? Darboe was reminding them that about UDP is not a government, it's a party. So nika fanga the UDP la in the run tomorrow be UDP nyinin kala. This is what the man was trying to tell them, and they were like Darboe was asking too much questions. And then Mboje kuma kelim fanam fajam. Modul be jani meni alonko. Yes, we will go after people. Bunda be yela 24/7. Na party o moleti. Ninke jadi mbakil ni buka jadi mbakil as long as na UDP intele den mbakil fakirina. Ibe bunda do as long as be kole ke kabembe UDP la nyaado tala sambalana intele den la kukrina. What I believe in wala ni ko do be tala malala do tala burba datro tema balen kabel blakil do. I think it's very important. Wala minti ko UDP nkolu nisanyu lonko modul beje ani samole jita nang wala arjina bundale yele ko UDP le tambe they will never come in because wala minti ko molle beje sewu men yalonko comme like si la baya fal interview kono la molle beje men yalonko ko itel ba do mo kan dame tel lefta to tinyala itel ba bila dame itel kawol to tinya anu itel man la fi barra bal itel ba bila in fact there is an audio me yalonko na ko moy a minister saying that ko ala domo nalma do balbe ni misalale ni masa kundatita anunga domo wato musaneti. We have seen a minister who spoke to one National Assembly member, Sana Jawara Kayako, Gambians are political prostitutes. Just give them the money. They don't believe in nothing. Yeah, so silabasa mo defani afala ko baro ya fan surrounded with munela. So lusaji mal. So at the end of the day, moral be malafi UDP le nyat it left UDP la e malafi banko la nyato tala because UDP is all about that. But ko alnata baro even though they don't want baro, but it later baro ya will be UDP called Kamfala, will be UDP called Damal Kungo Sela Nyola. UDP to focus no so mulben konole until UDP ko len tan haklo la wolto especially nile teria has nothing to do with politics but there should be a thin line between us and our political opponents. So this is always in the kabam for na kacha kon dia bunyal fadata len kenyal fadata by the end of the day mbeben kulung la kono UDP la happiness say we just take an example from the Nyamina West by election we were all sad, nobody was happy. Nobody was celebrated, even though the personal difference. So the UDP wins and very content. Many are different for but the UDP ma aman tankala amam mantabam bendro keloning kachaben bin ka big so kacha suit and the come like men joint and sign. It's never too late to study so kalbialo nyame kana party leader soroja. So especially to our all of listeners sumboki all of you ak ñoo xamne ñena dag tega kalamu all of you. This is a joint program between UDP TV and Media and UDP Online Bantaba. Man suma boba Sana Jaju ak suma comrade Sehu Sedili. Ñoo fi am a joint interview with party leader bi lawyer Ousainou Darboe. Ñu ko expect at any time. He will be joining very soon. So képp ko xamne yaangi fi di setam programme bi rek dinañ la kasi la kay yépp. We will talk in English, we will talk in Wolof or Mandinka. Yeen nga xamne yena déglu rek ngeen am pèse nga xamne UDP is for all Gambians. The party leader is representing every Gambian, every tribe. So dina laka yep laka bo xamne mom la mëna express bopam. So it's for all of us. So at the end of the day, let's be patient. Wax dang ko déglu doo ko déglu ak doo ko lekk dang ko déglu so ñu leen dégluwante ak xel mo boko dama comme moy le so mbadi ngam den ko ba fala ko thank you for joining. Sehu, over to you.
Baraga sana sana jërëjëf comme sana lu ko waxee si olof mbokk ñu ngi leen a bismillah UDP online Bantaba tey dimanche fukki fan ak benn si weeri April kon lu ma ko waxoon si soose tey la bés boo xam ne ñu bari duñ ko mën a fàtte Gambia, one of the darkest days in the history of Gambia, April 10th and 11th. 14 students Yaya Jammeh rey leen si cooberam ak benn journalist Omar Barrow. So today definitely we want to remember them. Ñu ngi xaar suñu UDP Secretary General Party Leader, who is also a flag bearer. I want to just lay the ground rules for the interview. It's going to be 1 hour. I'm sure a lot of people might bari nañ am disappointment ci loolu because su party leader ba ñëw ci platform bi rek ñu bari dañ dee bëgg mu toog fi 2 hours 3 hours. Why? He is very busy. I'm not engagement su bari right now. Why def obviously mu ngi war a ñëw fi so interview bi nañ ko def within 1 hour. Why I'm sure Sana and I will do justice to this interview to ask pertinent questions within 1 hour. I'm sure the party leader will not disappoint you guys and the Gambia. He will give fitting answers. So interview B is Sana. Let me you carry on. Let me take this call from both Shedikam. Sana, you got it. Carry on.
Okay. Ala barka bake badi walu atal lamur lalu diber lalu like ya fanyame. Party leader will be joining very soon, any moment at now. But again, come fanyame according to the party leader, he will be here for only 1 hour. Because I order engine manual so and then I think we will all understand that. But men dani la jangola minduko be question la nyinin kala men yalon ko ajata le pray jabi anun kamenol nyanta kemoy. Question do be men yalon ko they are very strategically for the party atina a plan for the because nyo boru for the fero be bondi wala be kala strategy be samana. Anything that is strategically for the party Gold avoid it because Alpha copy and paste, they are always around. And then the Kuala Kajala Minyalanko Abekela UDP Masakunda Nasita Abemenkela Gambenole. Well, Gambenon expect from UDP Masakunda under his leadership. Fulanyango ordered things like the security matters, men in Bangkok, the lack of justice, men in Bangkok, Banku Dingola de Unko Menkra Daninola Karoti, Jana Kendala Karoti. Albany be mola from the party leader Bini Alasonda. But again, come na fala nyami. What will be a mini along Albella Flake tomorrow? I told Mola as long as Abekala Kule Melanco, na fair call and will be na strategy deal will be electoral win and Yami would to Mola. But at the end of the day, the Damal engage like behind the scene of Kodol Kaja and Bekala Patiola Nyaro, that especially between the Gambian diaspora and those of the Gambians on the ground. Sebu, it's good to see you back.
Abaragasana, thank you so much. So party leader now Sanko Alansaro Salik and Gambia right now. So Napreta Alansara Salorek, he will join us. So that's the message I got right now. So Puruka Badi local update on comment interview Bekala Montro Wati Kilineti. Badi Ning party leader drops the lines all yellow lale. Ni sana the lines all yellow bao ni mum bela kachaleti. Alfananze contribute a reaction will di. Nal fanale ñinin karol soto mal ntal asolo no ko be ñinin karol be ñinin kala Moses sana text no le wara inter text wala comment safe but also mbal danila ko nga alpha bala soto janga be alpha ba ntola jikiro to the potentially the next president of the Republic of the Gambia. So lafida decorum la in the platform. All the UDP should disagree no le and all Gambians are welcome to watch this because lawyer Darboe Nakata president will be present for every Gambian, not only UDP supporter. Hani membuka support at the president. So momo nyanto sotola jang isina agree or disagree, but let it be within remit of civility. Malafi men na wala nyinti anu ngamul fana na comment so di danne konkari ngadi tubabu kamo fana mbewo fana haklo to la jele aka kolayale 100% pour que diamu hani ima angale kan word clean dundi je ndeka album bala lawla ka kolaya bakela manket na intensity bari ngabana tol belo diam lal belo wote pour ye diamu ke A to Z ima hani tuba ko word clean dundi je be kolaya so bari mba trala le 80%, 90% are making in money because about audio that can right now. Mbe Wale Junior Tentola back and apply she said me alam ke program record right now what forums abe janja na forum ol be to le pro bari ngamen ol be se na faso to ni program auto right now sane bulal men fanam fo mbe ni karo obviously congratulations to the party leader at select mbe diamla ala selection wala justice la carola victim la kuala but Gambia din dole fana be Europe jan sama ay message o Kenya nan ako deportation wala kuala after pour nga nyini karo ke je UDP government mo be kale la lo nya party leader because he want the party leader to be very explicit on this because bao Europe mo jama ba biji ning to abdu bankol kam in signal to abdu ay concern so bao ko mole barola government fo kango imanta kata kol ke kam ni lawyer da ko president ate mo fere le samla so moy audio blanyele explicitly according question on union car so ba union car question all anyway so but layout of you know program all layout so we will definitely the party leader na will crack on but montro wati kelen ron abe tarla jam ko nga fale nyami among atedana wati kelen lawyer Darboe moving on to the elections ngamera platform or the karasutla the karam bullshit kan sotolale and massive thank you to each and everybody sana lafta kuma kelim fola jang alka sana jaji je screen auto alka se usini ke screen audio ani mol men bebe ni platform mol be to kibaro lombang UDP TV media lombang UDP pantabala UDP media network lombang kamarabala platform lombang bari modol bi je wolka doku men ken tol men ka apia platform auto mboka ke modol be doku men ke on the ground ntol buka talante o fonke aliyam bo shedi kan dira as an example bo ka doku men ke ntol takela but bo is behind the scene wasa jane wol mo jamali bi jemi yalan ko dia behind the scene UDP ke kendol nam musu jarintel siata na pati ko musu kendol me yalan ko dia very selfless imanke selfish people olti so before mo sana nga audio dole mo inte jeletale mala ngamre fana banta moyle musa suso yemi ngone ka sukuta yara fan ye beauty pageant ole sambaji ye will misled so musu ndingo nyim fon fundita nan ka gal wer ka foy ko ntol malon ka be ko la so NPP sana they are very desperate mu desperate
se ho nyina kanyina la ko be 21st century la ko na ma nyina kanyina la ko
sorry Lamin Camara thank you Kadim Rasul Bamba Mas yeah
nyina kanyina la ko be 21st century la ko nyina kanyina la ko kuleta mablo no potenke ane mo ne ya samba bunkon fani ya fada abalu no man findina de ba na findina na be diamula le ite mo kumandile ko ntaka biti page na kanu nkali support lanu so mbal imbad la na lonjo during the lonjo ka politician or somebody nje and they fully know that they didn't go there for politics yo sunkudi no la diamo mo very intelligent and smart girl I've never seen her malo but ako itel mum biti page na yes it's a no party or na diate but publicly they should not engage any politician. They should not be in politics because I mean to give careers what they want to be tomorrow. So Musa Suso ni sifa meta wala lebili ya jame jamano during the early part of the transition I in game sifa le play and about game sifa le play but say who ngaklo tara diamond directly don benna ni muso la ko mo do wala mo sila base mo def mo memfo baro sulu saji male ya soram o sulu saji mali e ka diamond to do me mala fa kundu and itel fi amanya na kundula ibe ko be klal even de menke ka mantara baro febo ka because kodul kal finti tangam akati barola tinyaro le kodul ka finti later on itella desperation da ko tan ni mola wala min ko e mantara politico ke kan strategically wala politico ke kan nyepin ka wala dia kuya so alhamdulillah gambenol be pisal tale bale gambenol be lifta ko forol be la ne kabi min dinni wo sunku dinni wala mo nyinte ali ala audio moyle maybe aman abita kan karambongol to maybe amantara do ko wala anu nalno ko kodo ye wala tilindila namun do tinu abo kodo talala yedde namun do tinu ye fanga fam foyno mitun lebe sonna wala mbadi ngabi ko suta to be on the ground there so this young girl have came out and said that they are not interested in politics, they are not there for politics, they were misled, and this is another sign of how desperate these NPP guys are. A mantra political can collectively, a mantra political can strategically, but more back just to impress the man. So, if a Kodosoro na bulunya mendro, atara na wala. But the Gambian or talent alone na silang ko, bemu function kebaleti, aman dindi yasro, aman keba yasro. ido zimmata itara karambo mento oble position nyumala to mbe yalon ko fankum wolbe barola ma sekundal kono ka fole mi yalon ko kodole bole ka fole mi yalon ko jamfale bole so kambe on tetalonoje and they cannot move forward it can't tell gambeno men kumandi it can't tell gambeno men approach surtout musolu ntalenta ka hakilo natani hakilo la mbadi ngambian kolo yes kuno na video jela bem fanan fintita na bar muso akaka predictionology ndal UDP ngol yamra ay njayla yes ay kuma kendo do fa UDP la kolale UDP ngol ani sango katan kataje UDP ngol ani na mosa sadanka walene UDP ngol nganyan na nyokala mutale but at the same time she's trying to let the other parties know that UDP can make talent wala kala maybe abala PR job la commencer ka maybe ala PR job la commencer secretary malo akabala prediction la kala should we be worried about her predictions no atemu tono mo ni la prediction o menante mo worry wala UDP ko al focus remember they predicted that Rohim Malik Law will lose the election to the late Labour. Did Rohim Malik Law lost? No. They predicted that the National Assembly election will be won by GDC. Did GDC won? I remember when somebody called and said that GDC, I expect UDP to win 30-something seats. I go, no, what possible or no. UDP now may be 25 win or 20-something. But Labante will win at 30-something. They predicted that Yajame will win that last election with landslide. Did Yajame win? No. So don't worry about that prediction even Mina. For Africa Lambam, for Kerfatu Lambam, for Party Network Lambam, for Paradise TV Lambam. Any prediction only a push from Mina until UDP go. Let's not worry about that. Let's focus on our strategies. Let's focus on the winner no nyame and in the more samalanka nyame. It left them in predict. It will be the same Bankamane style. Barodina win. That's up to them. Barodina win, Yunga men Baro we win. Barodu win, Yunga men Barodu win. If we make it a do or die situation, not only us, but the future of the younger generation depends on this election. There's a lot in stake in this election. So at the end of the day, some of them will be doing a PR job, secretly PR job for the government. Some of them are paid behind the scene. Some of them are meeting Baro in Mankamamkunda behind the scene. They will come and make things hiding behind journalism. Some of them will be hiding behind activism. Some of them will hide behind diplomacy and so on and so on. So let's not give them the chance from talking about the most important ones. Let's not give them the chance. That's up to you. As far as Gambia and Gambian for the future is concerned. So far, let's not worry about that. Adol UDP call Nagdol Bijal Neno Diadale. I UDP jail follow. UDP call 10, UDP call 10, UDP call Al Contana Wala. I need it. Amanjade. But the Kumba Montran Jaikade. Amantra credit Dika Molade. Aben Ferro Tendika Modula, Abatandika Modula, Luli. UDP call Ultra Fane Wuli. So Ntefi Amantra Jaika. Let's be very careful about that. So with their bogus prediction, we don't care about it. Let them bring anything. Let them say that Barrow will win. Let them say that Deputy Kari will win. Let them say that UDP will take last. But UDP will tell them from 1996 up to date. So make important the unity of the unity within us.
No,
and
I haven't seen
it. That will always be our strength. So I like to do Nimomo Termu, what I ibadi namu Musukumbati, but the truth will be told and we must hit the nail on the head. Ndesana jaji loka mantra njaika abe kamfari ne wala UDP bebenke ka umandiai. She's alerting the other sleeping dogs to wake up. She's alerting the other political parties to copy UDP. She's alerting the other politicians to do as UDP is doing. So let her concentrate on her job as a journalist. Let her do whatever she want to do. And forget about politicians. But political party card be win. Political party card be nyine keka. Sometimes, but at the end of the day, it's all about UDP, and UDP is all about the Gambia. Yemen sacrifice from day one up to date. Boy Seji Kana Bonyo, Yemen sacrifice from day one up to date. Kan jibe suta tili ala na flo dunna ko ya ko nyame ndele be jam anate wallahi intel personally na mollo ne men alko behind the scene wala be intel singol koto kam bambu Boy Seji Kana kuma clean fana important for jam, very important, and I like that about UDP. Badi ya dun tema na nyotros na nyokon melo nyoy suta tili ma nyoje. I've never seen Sehu, I've never seen Fode Jawla, I've never seen Kekendo, I've never met so many people Minango ni can engage on social media. In fact, UDP TV and media more for don't know them meet, well jarity and Lamin Samate. The rest I've never met them. I've never seen them physically. But we trust each other so much that can kullo kacha bekel. Ni tara banta ba Sehu ni mol bijari men nyam na nyoje nyam na nyol meet. But 24/7 body have la nyoka. So at the end of the day, that's the beauty about the UDP. Men nara important jam fana wala ankana be ka consent. Ankana be ka consent. So ni kele la siada e ka ferele. Ni kele la siada e ke haklo to bakele. Ni kele la siada e ke komo felle ibita dawda. So modol be je man la fi barola. Wallahi ni tata box ko ne ta katto jol na barola box ko. But UDP nyobe kwela nyamen wala bembe UDP ngol nyobe kwela wala sa babaroka. Yetara baro ya kan nyawali, yetara baro ya kan hajani, yetara baro ya ka kumol fa men ben nyol torala ben distract la, even though we fully know that ko baro like, and we will not even vote for him. But they will go there also. Ka fongota me alongo, it belongs to everyone. Wala na naflod. Baro ko mo kumpa Gambia baro ko mo kumpa Gambia fa be tawonte yala. I nimisa ni menna omo kumpo Gambia.
Okay, let you know now. Yeah, it's good. Thank you.
Ale hakedu ale fo fe moy drum. Cheikh ba on the line.
Okay, Sana,
okay,
thank you, Sana. I think the party leader is in right now. Thank you, Nafisa to Darboe Sise. H.E Darboe, welcome to UDP Bantaba and UDP TV Media.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure.
Yeah. Okay. Ning Sana Lebejang, Sana from UDP TV Media. Talam Sedili. Somebody will saying party leader has joined us now for this special interview, and congratulations to you. Your selection as the flag bearer for UDP on December 4th. 2021 presidential election. All the best of luck to you, and definitely we are deeply very happy. I think Sana and I would say that here, and Momo platform Ojibekang, UDP selection committee took this very decisive decision. Secretary General Party Leader Itel Bekula Nambiri Bati. December 4th presidential election. So party leader Bismillah in the audience also in your kontong. Then ngana dum kachakono.
Thank you very much. Abaraka bake. Kontanta alienjia ala banta babi and puro si kacha ko la mela lan kavoko. Wale be dendi UDP la ani Gambia banko la ko. Kontanta baka la atelbe kakafu UDP ko don malma ba ko janto pour kan tombo kake candidate oti pour December 4th presidential elections na tento na jairo balie be Gambia be ko donna melbe la moy kan ani melbe jube kan balbe kontonna.
Baraka bake honorable Darboe. Mbadangan colleague Sana, I give you the honor to fire the first question.
Baraka bake Sehu, thank you so much, Your Excellency, Mr. Darboe. Thank you for accepting the invitation, Kanajang. Many opportunity on behalf of the two platforms and our co-workers, congratulate on your selection as the flag bearer for the United Democratic Party for the forthcoming election in December the 4th, 2021. Beduala, mana fita kate for kono kaira kono, yelo election win kaira kono, akomo ke mbe kairata ke bankola kairote kila hormodo. Mr. Darboe, my first question to you will be, being the leader of the United Democratic Party, and then alaya ke mbe sawo ning hamu moment wale election win. Ne winter follow. More than expect from UDP as a government in terms of justice la Carola. Najere nimpati wembe siri men ko patio mol support wal damal entaka place ol soto ni mantra patio support kan drong ikete bondi karalal an example be kerde bi UDP members all been target UDP militants been target ni be masakunda kono be bondila ni be ambassador yale be recall imantra gambenol be treat kan equally. In fact, yeah, I feel like UDP don't want the government. UDP in government, you as the president, government will be expect in terms of that justice la Carol.
Well, ye karo me yaka kuma ya tabake kaniko gambian kol nyanta mune expect la UDP la Carola justice la Carola kamera wo mutiling leti and mamira mu justice damandi kafoko kamel samba kitiola mamira wa ila jini karo tata wala kam follow be nyanta nyil lonna kafoko nyin wato membe ni ya jamme be nyola ko kol mel tele kol bel yan kafoko ko konku wolomu dalilo me yatin na ni ya jamme be nyola wala nyindi kafoko mo manyan na gambe diwo gambia ding manyan na fola ala doku wala wala ku samba gambia ding kan ammanke dalilati foko ate mantara itela patioto wala yatin ibo ko sambala kan ko me yan kafkani silo manta and ni ya jamme ngakele wala and nadra kafoko we are true to ourselves. Definitely, tonya. We are jamming kam men. We mukule to later men. Mo manyan na jala kavu konfanal be sai la wakam. Kanin ko kedro wodo ya jame ala konnante ka konkensen kedro wodo ne yambulala. Amanke nyinti ko system o me yalon kavu ka yalon di banko kam o system mbole kala kanu. Yeto nyafo bi xanna mang boko ko ya jamela jamana ka kenyame mbeje kanne modbele ala ka boko imantara patio support kan o NPP la ko man bunyayma yela miro te NPP ko la miro te mela bu ko man bunyayma ibe bay kan place olto ka place ol di molla mela ala ka boko le support people le support rather amamme dole Mr. Jitel kachado futandima amel fojeto waya itale ka ko membe ko bokam bankoto ko security modu tanyinin karoke security officers nyodo seniors nyon for ibe UDP support kama foi mantra UDP support kan Abdou Touré GRTS ka kiskisroke for our UDP the mantra UDP le bari anin dolu and bari I mem for akwela kiskisro me yitandi wala kafoko nyil mo Gambia dinglet bari mantra ima UDP support wala so we me tan wala kafoko really ni tay kakiskiso ke marla kola ni aja kafoko ta mantre tel la Carola ye bondi do kola wala mo kuta dunga me kala nyimbanko kam ado kibaro futa tamma foto nyaate bari am kibar leti na yalon kafoko ayente concern bakele kibaro futa tamma ko jambur ding dollomo imo saba bemu mo kumaleti NPP party okono wala tafauta itata minister for local government ya ko president si Lamin Darboe sefo gunju kura sabondi sefi ala kadu ko amu UDP leti kama NPP support good jambur din saba ibe mo kumaleti NPP party okono adun yayi defo kafo ko ni sef ya tala min dabu budu yaadi mola me yalon kafo ko jambur din lomo pour bawo be NPP le ado ni yoke fanan isna jambur be sina NPP banni lon ku noren to ku saltarelo the milk fight and president Adama Barrow kabrata ta campagne wala no akole ko membe ke ta ya jamele jamano wala wonyanta dannale wo manyane kala nyim banko kam bar ngani fo ngadu ngani kibaro men soto taw ko jambur din saba mo kuma balo NPP kono ila protege yoleta iko wala mekele la candidate kake C40 Combo South Lamin Darboe inyanta la carbon di sefiala bawo ita lafta kamalon kun nyamen kama malon kun wanya C4 ngani ko C4 nyante Darboe la politiko kono ba nga C4 del hanbi wala be politiko kono le ni dabe politiko kono silo la me yalon ka ko an NPP la jinol manyota ye bay ba ni be politiko ke ka NPP ike mari ike tutukunkele dan ni lon ko to melan so intel bijeto wote kala civil servant ala doko dus la nyim banko kan because ko amanta UDP support in fact we don't expect civil servants to show any public support for any political party. We don't expect that. Civil servants in this country will be servants to the government, of the day, so that any government may not in, I think it was rather unfortunate, Mr. Jite Memfala Fonkolto, for UDP, UDP. That was very unfortunate. Whether he was competent, whether he'll bring value, to the political leadership, will really improve the quality of service police board rather than his political affiliation. But ala ko mo hadamading inyanta men sort le ba sort la le IG ya soto not because against anybody, but because he's competent. I hope that was consideration. So I for justice, in all aspects, we'll make sure that nalo Allah. The nyalan tambondir kela kuola kamo fasa nyinkan ka ko mun UDP damanet. Because of that na niamari fasa. I hope Najabiro is satisfied.
Yeah, very, very well. But again, a quick follow-up. Don't you think amanya nakala mira dati silang bao safaro kitaloko sefol ning alkalol be safaro kilale pulka fo karbu banko dingo wala karebe siri nyana plamani katto sorono wala ka register ka katto fay sa ni kusi babe kere be sefol ning alkalol no maka wala be bay kam because ka afto ko UDP ngol yamra ma mira dasi bang wala manyana kala kacha gandal manyana cool.
Well, I mirada sile, namra diptodu, bela do ko kelale, kadu, but mem fam mutonyati, nga tanyin na, ko, naminto jube bang, let me take a Same district. Same district. Yama. C4 Bay, Same district, C4 Bay, Tandikunda. Mome Yalon Kavoko, he is 26 years old. Yama. Or Wawuluta, maybe Salikenya. And we know, we know the distance between Salikenya and Tandikunda. C4 Balon Nola Nyadile. So pour for l'attestation okay. Tel Aviv that woman alcohol sake. Salken moment will salken sake okono. Nyani salken sake okono moment will woto. ñaan salken alkalo ni sa no le ka ko de ñinde ñu wuluta jande barwo fanan ngata alkalo me yalon ka ko sanji tan saba adla samba sanji tan saba le ba sa nga funga de alkalo sotle keba me yalon ka ko sanji taworo wula wala wuludla o so sede yano nyaadi ni belon kuti me yalon ka ko mirariya nyanta kelala alkalol de den so wala kasada bar ka sefo bota sato mendo abe sato mendo asa ates no ka ko karul tani sato to bar ka ko kala banko mum bela be kan ata bo londo so no ka ko nyin kan ni wulutan ni sat karta ata londo so no woto sefo la ko nyanga ka consider bar nanyin kibaro soto through na liaison with the IEC, you manke it's a public matter of public knowledge. Ko IEC, ibe serialized forms nyolo. Ibe introduced them, and those forms will be at the registration centers. It's not that they will write alka lawyer, unless you bunkona la doko jezo, I attestation that no. The forms will be serialized. And then Ninata to the center, and you don't have any of the other documents, and you want to be registered, then so often called the attestation form is adila. Namra tel babi fill la le, atuta alkalo nyanta damin fill la, sign la, or waita ka sign la. But they also made it clear to the alkalo. Kavuko niba mo la ko seda yala. I still ko makot kavuko sa ato nyin dinglong. Kadu ko ni revising court nata it alkalo teme ye attestation ke it labite dango it labite dan ka ko ha ngam fa correct it's not going to be IEC. So there is that function. So ngamira o baken lale alkalolu billata femfena ka ko ni manke banko dingti adem manke la sate dingti manke banko dingti ita sonna ama ita sonna attestation di la mare la nakibaro futata londo futata nyendo ka alkalo dolu, you know. So far they are very strict. Hani ID card ni they are very strict. Ni hani by ibesiri la sato. Bari man wulu jedo. Akafo alkalo dal ka kan ngalo ibesiri ni sato to de. Bari jammanke wulu ladi. So ila gambe di yanto fo no. E wulu ta sato mendo. Ta jedo alkalo e kaito nyindila yeta laida. So I think these are some of the control function. And alnam alkal jama bel lafni ni nakafko bankola kaito nilu. Dama ya tankani alkal jama fana bel lafni ni nakafko banko dingli damman ya karto fay. Nalo nakafko nyindoli be schemes wel ke kanne pour me yalo nakafko isi frustrate no, threatening them and so forth. Yeah? But nimmen alkalol dan nin alkal me yalon kaf ya bay pour dalila kante fo iman sonna fonko mendila hani bi amanya mari dewna bawo membe na luat wolon kaf ko alkalia yawe na traditional ways so that sadol ngalon family melka keje alkalote yawe to ni ata bot ni ata ite budu ata tadla to ngami badi le barin dingla wala yadi dingla wala yadi kotola o idoko to han bi advertar la Allah fam lo natra ko yel yamen fol wato be tamala wala to manyan alkal de wonna ka ko el alkal ya siboy budu ayta ila surga ayta yadi la surga la momme yanon ka ko abata gamba dula ko tenedo anata si Allah sa to al yakundi la nunda de yalla al kisata al kaliyata yadi wala majiki bokela.
Exactly. Abaraka bake your excellency shehu namra ye Mr. Darboe Jabiro mo karola le
ala Jabiro namra ala jing Jabiro fia jabale ale especially na brother Wali Junior me alon ko nying alkalo la nying sedera ko waya de bakele about who was a lot of water formal. So ngaje customer season money more bafla. I think while it is definitely is going to address the concern. So abaraka bagay your pertinent question on unika. Particularly dan tebeta mbawombe justice la domain le still sanaya datika jele nyininka. I will tweak my question slightly, but a bit tarla Justice La Carola pertaining to the TRRC. UDP government is a mung lahid ledi mol la commending President-elect lawyer Darboe Sita TRRC fabe abata later bije bang fabe President Barol tali the time bela report dila because mo jamabe de wundin ko comme jane commission oketa nyami TRRC France keno nyama particularly last week ngalon ko isafero ko comments me alon ko defense minister yafo se Omar Faye kafo ko people should just suck it up and we need to move on and then stop crying over spilled milk ngaje defo parti fon isafero ko kanyi condemn so mo jamabe nyin ga bawo nyinindir la katra nyinindola ni te kata president ibe TRRC la report on another recommendation or about trick la nyadi pour Gambian or a show because this is very, very important for a lot of Gambians.
Well, TRRC la recommendations nyolu malon follow la recommendations nyolu and yalon covering day 1 yela fonko ke yela sitting start revelation jamal keta ku jamal le fota kol mele alon ka kon telu sobita o ngani lon ka ko le be kere ka kon ka na platform ol tolno although details nyol mel nata from the TRRC or details nyolu mol mu kol fono bar ku jamal fota je ka ko koro sise yeah, we want full investigation. Now, my first rally in Fitzgerald Street, I raised the issue yet. My first rally, you know, and there were queries. People have government accused come. And then chairman of the Provisional Independent Electoral Commission, but these are national issues. These are issues of interest to the Gambian people. So nobody can be stopped from saying those things. Yeah. So we have always been there. I mean, torture men kakabankoka, we have always condemned it and we point our fingers at Yaya Jammeh. On his behalf, we said these things. Yeah. Throughout the country. You know? But ninga report all batung I funding avanga ngaji fonko be recommendation menkela I believe kafoko maybe by August or so the TRRC will present their reports, but because I think they're supposed to finish by end of July, but hopefully say by end of August Ibela report present lale. And certainly, Niela reports present. I believe, I want to convince myself, Kavoko, the president is keeping himself abreast with what is happening. You know, evidence member decam. So really, for one should be able to start making up your mind as Ibe Menkela. In fact, I think some of these things are so horrendous that handing TRRC, maybe Manyana Batla Fang, Walla report yana, because you already have evidence.
Yeah.
You have evidence that people have confessed to murder. So, I mean, will the TRRC say, people who have confessed to murder, you don't prosecute them? I don't think TRRC will say that. So you have to wait for that. But I've been left in son and nako. Near the present recommendation present, even before December, President Adama Barrow will take action. And and he will take action not because he should take action. Manlafi moanyi mira kavoko, President Adama Barrow to kukela nyendo. Near the present from present in August. He has at least August up to January. You know, that is up to January, up to January. That is to say, if he's not voted in December, he has up to January. And if he's voted in December, I mean, certainly, I mean, he should just continue the process of implementing the recommendations of the TRRC, and that should start immediately upon the presentation of the report. You shouldn't wait at all. We already have an idea of the monstrous, atrocities meted out to Gambian people. I mean, people have been widowed, people who have been orphaned. No, certainly. School children, today is 11th of April. 10th and 11th April phone call is fresh in our minds.
Yeah.
Those armless, kids, they have been, some of them, I wouldn't say have been reduced to status of vegetable, but then, what they should have been doing is you have that evidence. You have the evidence of the people involved in that. And my question is, do you wait for the TRRC to really recommend that, look, do this to XYZ? Shouldn't you start taking action on those things? Is it right? Was Soja Rolo? And I say this without any apology. And I say this with very heavy heart. Soja Rolo Melialon Kafuko, they have confessed to murders. Do you allow them to continue wearing our uniform?
Wallahi.
At least if I don't, I'll send them on leave, so that they really do not put on that's uniform of honor. Gambia Armed Forces law uniform is a uniform of honor. Murderers should not really be donning those dresses. That is my view. They'll hate hearing what I'm saying, but that is the right thing to do. And they can connive to do anything. It doesn't bother me. Because if I was president, honestly, those people, Melialon Kafoko, they were involved in the gruesome murder of Haruna Jaju, Harajame. You see, describe me both Wakanyame. Kajulo Mina can 2 men, Ibasabakang, as we are in a tug of war. Why should I keep those people in the armed forces? People have confessed to this gruesome murder. Yamuel Feng can dump them in the wells. People are participants of that, and you are claiming to be a driver, only a driver. You continue wearing our uniform. Your demeanor during the shows arrogance, and yet you are keeping them, in our service. I would have taken action against those people without waiting for the TRRC to submit their recommendation. At least I would keep them away. They will not continue to be seen in the public with our uniform on them. We'll not do anything. We'll put them on leave, administrative leave. Go wait the outcome of phone calling, and we also make to ensure that you do not abscond. We'll take the necessary measures to make sure that you do not abscond. In the event that TRRC makes recommendations that would require you to be present to answer to any charges that may be brought against you. And I think now that there's this ruling by the Supreme Court in the Yankubature case, those men they were comforting themselves with that immunity clause, now know that they do not have any immunity. So they know that they should be prosecuted, and they will be prosecuted. Yeah.
Wow, that is Jabiro Senator set. Janimida Sanayare, just one follow-up question relating more than in Karola Jam, Eco phoning after UDP government sita. For you, we will have the opportunity to look at Janet Commission report on your revisit because Moli Ajeko Justice Matamaje, the UDP government now that all the viewers will see a lot of people who asked that question. Is a genuine then maybe Ngamur back to Sana for his next question.
Well, one thing I know is that one executive decision is not binding on an executive member decision. Although decision is not perpetually binding on it because they can always revisit it, reverse that decision. Much more for an executive that is different from the executive that has taken the decision. Haven't we seen the sanctions imposed by Trump on the ICC prosecutor and so lifted. That was an executive decision.
Yeah.
That was an executive decision. Yeah. I mean, but we would, I would certainly be guided by our lawyers, from whom we'll take the appropriate appropriate counsel to say whether or not, we are bound to really go by whatever decision that the current executive has taken in relation to the Janet Commission. And if they have not taken any decision, really, with respect to any particular matter, what should we do? I can tell you straight away, Kavokon, the Court of Appeal decision, Kavokos, you have to do something more, will certainly not be an obstacle to us. Although I understand the matter is on appeal. If I was president, yeah, I certainly would tell my attorney general about court here in Franke. Let us go to court, file action against whoever has been ordered to pay anything, has been ordered to do anything, file action against them, and we use the report of the commission as the evidence, so that you will not, no court will say, there are no court orders, because that court, the court order that will come as a result of that process is going to be a little bit winding, but then you will ultimately get there. It's not a helpless situation. I think probably that is what I would that's what I would do. But Mamuko Punti, Beyamaro Talale, Naloyal, Interwinter Son Nantatarla Jedo, Kavokon Bamu loyal to Fanangalo Nenu, honey, state lawyering advice, better Malawal. And not
Itegala Mana City. Itegala Mana City. Abaga party de la Jason at a back and Nongala Lao Jabiro sign viewers or Leala and somebody. So Sana, back to you now.
Baraka Seho, thank you, Your Excellency. Mr. Darboe, Bio Katabe Calamenti back at the UDP Mansakunda Menkela, Bao Molkatulan telephone in Kalajina, what? Alba Fullerton, Alba for the UDP Mansakunda Sit Albumenekala. So, as head of government, UDP Mansakunda be Menkela Mole Mboda Malaf Kachala Bag, Nina Sotela Kai. So, Mr. Darboe, Bao Gambia be Kujama Menka for back, Babung walk monkey chop. Because Mol Men Katara Sirin Karatantangole, Bukatara Fenkeka, in success, Katawada, what Walekane, Million Mansakunda Lekadom. And most of them are Kenyan business people already. And the corruption of Dawda, Italaka, Masakunda 70 years. Na in current administration, the control receive come from business individuals, business entity, the business manual, the Biba for the police station or Lola, the business manual gave a government of a family. So UDP Masakunda, Minabeke tell a load like Karola, come like in terms of awarding contracts to business people or Molbuke Abukaka in public. Business manual ye jump from anywhere atara fana de kafuko Masakunda sulusa jimale asora. So UDP la Karola minabe kelela lord la do Karola when it comes to business manual mialongo nako na diara do ke mili Masakunda la ibe Masakunda donate la Masakunda be fendo di la in return men from batara will be sealing for all boko nyebal be nyindi wol domal.
Well, okay. None at the wording of contracts. Everything will be transparent. The GPPA, regulations governing awards of contract, procurement, and so forth, we will abide by that. And again, let me say this quite clearly. Mr. A, today is seen to be hobnobbing with the current administration. Doesn't mean Kavoko, when there's a UDP government, there's a contract, and Amari applied that, and as Gambian applied for it, and fulfills all the requirements that is stipulated. For the word of the contract, Yadinai Kavoko, because he was hobnobbing. But not Tarako, and another businessman, Ibe, they are all equal. They are all equal, and among any tendency show, Kavoko abe engage kang with the order, with the administration, because a selfish interest can. Then of course, Mayor Kavoko has that will be awarded the contract. What I'm saying, there would always be justice without revenge. We cannot revenge. We cannot say Kavoko carry. You were at the and an Israelite who fully as a bona fide Gambian, all comments are fulfilled. Because if you do that, I think that reconciliation from Bangkok will become difficult. But let me, but I go clearly, because for that is in relation to businesses, awards of contract. But when it comes to appointments, particularly to political positions, I'm not going to mince my words. When it comes to appointment positions, when I look up for political appointments, we will not shy away from that, and we will not be apologetic if we do appoint our own people to those political positions. Because one of monkey work babu eat. You struggle to bring UDP to power. In a political phone call, but then it comes to appointment, which is a political office. Because I want to look politically correct. No. Well, so for more but not with others, in business from one, we have to be careful about it. We do not want to give people the impression that we are going to be revengeful. We are going to make sure Gambian citizen, in business, would be denied something he wants or something he deserves just because he does not support us. Because that was the whole thing that we are fighting for against Yajame, and that is what we are decrying now. So should we perpetuate that? I don't think we should perpetuate that.
Thank you. But Mr. Darboe, is that telling us that Fananko come like businessman or kala profit or no mabage? Akala fi fena sambal na membe abe profit or sola mendo. So nte as an individual na rice or ka fana masakunda mba support lale. Andu masakunda fana be wo sifal welcome lal. But would that give me the right pul ka foko masakunda fana UDP masakunda be mo sifal bulal come like membe kene Gambia kidi container be dunna. Drogol be dunna.
No, that's a different. I mean, nobody in his right mind should any business or any business enterprise or any individual, whether business or so, who are engaged in those type of activities. Actually, that are destructive of the country. No, nobody should. In fact, and let me tell you, me, not just as head of government, but also as an individual, would keep my distance from such type of people. Kununko was decrying. Gambia, illa transit center for drugs. Why should I, because I'm president, should I be associating myself with people who are even suspected? I'm not even saying they are confirmed drug dealers, but who are suspected to be involved in drug trafficking. Why should I? People are expected to be involved in gun trafficking. Of course, there are certain offers. If you make those offers, we should be decent enough to say, "Oh, thank you very much." But I don't think that is a priority for us. Maybe go to an orphanage. You'll have to spell on this particular project. Well, if you go back to your place of origin, there are people who are in dire need, of things you will mark. But then, I will not really accept those things. We would want to have it from sources or from individuals who, and I wouldn't say tainted, but from will have support from individuals who are really not under any microscope.
Barakabake, thank you. Sehu, mashallah. People are saying that Barrow should come and take a free lessons or lesson for free.
Anyway, Barakana garden ole da me alongo musolve karila fenkol use. But anyway, padile la moye jelen dile ko.
Bari left alien ku kililonde. Al kanye memfo af kanni ok yalan kali yalan ka ko bare mun dinke folol. Al kanye memfo kanni ok yalan, please. I appeal to you to desist from that, please. Please.
Okay, anyway.
Thank you. Please.
Anyway, party leader, thank you. So, love you that question again in Kala. Security sector reforms. Molmeta Kumbola. Near all indicators of UDP. Sunkarofe Ganyatingala. Marsandiso Dabe Serakan Gambe. All indicators are not favorable right now. Gambe no le wosila. Bagaso Dabe Selekan. Security sector reform. So, you wato kono. Busumbala. Incident kataje dokata kombo sanya busumbala musuningo for 24-year-old girl ko allegedly ko mole boyta kan where from far ngani report ole so but right now different story like ka fokola but ni flale botaje dokata kombo sanya before that dole fanan keta sukuta ma fon wala muso fana ko fo allegedly jinina wala fa so mol ko security sector reform mantra ke kan so maybe killing two birds with one stone because Nimbeu reforms it. So UDP la Saratol Bembe Lori. Can you isn't you follow on record coming a lawyer Darboe the hem of affairs of the country, President Lawyer Darboe. Even mun Saratol letala kafuko security sector Gambia tanko itarana banko kam back because be more kom man fansoro. Incident Jamal Lebeke kam nin Senegal fonan tema, ngalon ko respectful relationship with Tarlaje, but Najele Kool membe ke kam banko kan. So, even when for security sector reforms, I moja male jahali Gambia for UDP be katakul menkela ka make sure na tanko e sembo e wara na banko kan because ite banko develop la no the mol sondo moment tenko multitala no do ko business community even you will not have you will not attract investors in a country where every day ngalanko there is no crime free society. But is our Talabak? This is my question.
There's no crime-free society at any given moment. Bankola, mokurun betar la jetole. But then wolu la containment kaje kafoko criminal activities nyol are reduced to its barest minimum. From responsibility to government. Yeah, you from call mel be for ten. Those are issues of internal security. Banko dinglu be tanka kanyam, the nyanta tanka la nyami. And killing Gamera follow na police. The Gambia police force. Nyanta incentive dealer wallela. Ila environment ebe doko keka environment menkono. Ila equipment nyolo. Nyanta call the dealer jodo kujoral melialon kafoko isulata walla. Isulata really motolla to go on patrol. Isulata motolla to go on patrol. That would give them incentives to do their work. And also ila earning capacity. I mean, they cannot be treated in isolation from the other general service. But then, Meliadon Kafoko, you put them on patrol, on beats, maybe you can give them special risk allowances. And the anti-crime unit, the anti-crime unit in Yantale, equipped properly and ala give them more men. You know, men and they are also, better trained. You know, you give your deal, and they just don't need to be having operating from one place. You know, they can have substation, sub offices. You know, particularly in this Greater Banjul area. And when I say Greater Banjul area, I don't mean Sarakunda ni Banjul Dama, but Kata Kombo Konoten. Your office is not subjectly, so that at any given time, Ning is Sulo Sitema. In fact, if it's not Ning Sulo Sitema, they will be, especially Sudo, they will be patrolling. Areas to Melalan Kavoko, Ning criminals not. In the highest local because all know that in criminal, there are meeting places, Katadla Leto, Ikabento, Ikela Polu, Fundamento. Intelligence, in fact, the police intelligence, you know, should be able to pick out those places, and then you can have occasional raids on them. For the commander from Bankuning Tankoni, is a sabatin, you know. What is now a little bit disturbing is that security officers in Fanglo have become the victims of these criminals. Just two nights ago, you know, a young officer whom I know personally, you know, in the part of the police intervention unit, he was on duty, and going out to do performance duty, he was attacked. You know, and received serious wound. If our security of our officers, you know, are themselves insecure, how much more are we in Yanti secure? So really, this is a food for thought. I think that ought to be a national dialogue on this. I mean, this should not be treated as a partisan political matter. This is a national issue. I mean, that should be of concern to all of us. And as I said, you must have the well trained. Not only that, but then you need to give them what jorang, and weed out from the police. In fact, not only from all the security outfits, weed out the dead woods. And you have young people who are very patriotic, not only patriotic, but also nationalistic, you know, who would be willing to serve in our security forces. And I think with the recruitment of those type caliber of people, that should really make our security operatives very efficient and very dedicated, and what is expected of them was different. You know. Now, Senegal mentioned Senegal ni Senegal kuranta. Kurau kura Senegal ma. Kurang abe Gambia sauna kurang lele. Gambia ni Senegal, we are inextricably linked together, and that Nyimbanku Fulolu would have to really live harmoniously, and that each respecting the other, and all of us together working towards the achievement of the best for these two countries. And really, sometimes it's a little bit perturbing, because for instance, the incident that happened in Sanya, that was Senegalese national, like a South African national coming to the Gambia doing the same thing as the Senegalese national has done. But sometimes we tend to really push these things to frontiers that is not really deserved, because the impression that was being created was that Senegal man sakunda lo myendi adama baro man sakunda man raku ke kanyendo because Senegal man sakunda no that person could have been a Sudanese. Mayor Faro could have been a Sudanese, not necessarily Senegalese. So we should be, be careful and not go on nyantang light men. Should be more realistic, and we should not really be emotional. Although we should be passionate about things, but we should not really be emotional about some of these things. So for me, Gambia and Senegal, we are doomed by fate to live together. But then UDP will not subordinate Gambia's interest to Senegal. And I'm sure Senegal will not attempt, I hope that Senegal will never attempt to really try to get Gambia's interest subordinated to their own interest. No, I don't think Senegal will do that.
Wow, that's emphatic. Baraka party leader. So, love them for audience ole mo jamal be question jamani ni kala. Party leader soto jam montoro wati kilin dronela. At sila nyindekala sila kilin dengalong anytime opportunity nata will arrange another interview, but we want to crave your indulgence. Always sana fire can question all membela ninte. A lot of people are inboxing me into question all be jadran. We have I think literally about 14 more minutes because party leader nata jam 18:30 the UA is coming to 19:30. So the 1 hour is all we're edging closer to the end of the 1 hour mark. Sana, so maybe Anyininka one final question and then we that's it. We don't have much time right now.
Okay, Abarakabake Shehu, thank you, Your Excellency. Mr. Darboe, now next question be Clementi and Gambian will come and wash back will be na foreign investors all men be banko kam inata. Yes, investors should be welcome, but should be at the detriment of the citizens. For example, Gambia has been mortgaged to foreigners. For example, na China jelebe manya mena banko kam. Na forestry has been controlled. The fishing industry has been controlled, and foreign investor dol fanan kana ika kodol ke bank dungol dana kan ka sombo busi wala bulu nka di lunta wala bake in terms of the areas they have invested. So that's the order of the day in this current administration. Gambia dingol bolo kumbo can be asabu funding ko man do ko so ni bagwe kunta wala kono itara bagwe la deportation of keka. And then if you could answer the health issue fana ba banko niko tanko fanko sabanyaka community jade kende. Our health crisis, our health centers are in a very dilapidated situation. If I'm kafela kachala kono musol be wulula dingol banda musol se kasila fani kono bela because if kanyina mo ko nyindara wulu wala nyindara wulu dabe nyindara wulu je ninte mon fanding be fala jere. Mr. Darboe, the question flow needs to summarize now in a very simple and short phone call, then I can hand over to Shehu.
Well, you know about foreign investors. UDP will definitely enforce the regulations governing investors and investments in this country. You remember about deforestation. Remember, Chinese all for them, it's lack of enforcement of the regulations. So what is that? Amaka kavo ko lual mantra jeto. Bari sinyin lo fanan kavo ko lag ning yirol mel you na forest cover your mel kaf kabet nya kante. Se sonyi na fanan kavo ko Chinese solo etel fang bukata wulo ko ta yirol boy. Na Gambia ding lekake. They destroy our forest cover for their own, for their own business interest. Yeah? And we tell me regulations ni wala nyanta enforce la anyama. Ite nyala tombondi kala jeto. Ibe men kala jala manna ibole kala sambu jam fananna. Bari ya sambu jam bula yake adiata nyame ni jala manka mamma na yafa kwani lual man sonyinna. Yeah? Wala nyanta stop la. The environmental issue ni fana. Wabemu enforcement of the regulation. Near so near enforce anyanta kala nyame woto nim problems non be men yal kabu kabe ke kanyi fisli data ata kala inspectors no the people from the environment the people from the lands office and all other, because sometimes, you know, it got joint ministerial focus of the joint ministerial efforts to do in some of these things. It's not one ministry is responsible. Like in fish meal phone quarter, you have the you do have environment in the fisheries department involved in it. You know? But each and every one of those ministries should enforce their own regulations to make sure that these regulations are enforced. And with regards to the fish stock, the fish resources, marine resources, really, again, near license grant to any trawler, to any fishing vessel, you should be able also to monitor those activities. Well, licenses, their activities, to be able to monitor them. And what does that call for? It calls for really equipping our law enforcement agencies, like the Navy. You need to give them something that can, if they can go at sea, and make sure that there are no illegal fishing in our waters. Not only that, no illegal fishing, which means that fishing without license, but also that fishing, fishing, they authorize the type of fishing. You must make sure that all those things happen, because you do not want to deplete fish resources by catching the young fish. They should really grow and breed more. But then all comes down to enforcement of regulations. And we are not enforcing the regulations as we should. And that is the question. Maybe we don't have the will. Maybe we are just too friendly. One or two friendly, being personal friendship, with the people who are involved, at the quote-unquote exploitation stage of this the exploitation stage in this whole exercise. Maybe we are too friendly to them. But then I think we should be friendly to the country and enforce the regulations. Yeah, that's what we should do. Yeah.
Okay, abaraka bake sana sign party leader abaraka bake liro sida Thomas. So on the beginning kalambe two questions I will put it into one. If you can your meaning ka then na opportunity delay advise the particularly to remember diaspora e yamarodi but lafte meaning kala fanna flalla wala be kerang deportation mo jama be jang deportation ay jahali bakele funding ke olme alan ko itara turi koma silole ka fa bakwe sa ngaje ko dol sa indile sa ngamera ko e commence ko nay bulo lole ka they are not accepting flights nga wala mo in fact Germany nyanta mo dole deport la ni wato kono bari funding ke jama be jahalin ko diamo be sharing ko nyi man sekunda mantara silake kan lawyer Darboe as the president he left a pro ya for explicitly ni kala president Bao deportation o buka by bangol be deportation okay ibe mune kala no ni funding ko le melbe ni jahalo kono soko dolbe je ye kaitul man kaitul soto but they have skills but man siran kaitul soto in these respective countries iko as president of the Gambia ni season ni Gambia no kato fai ibe mune kele. So the second question meaning kala one the much talk about corruption or the be molka men kuma kumbo back Gambia wolom corrupt practices all kakele nka moljele meli alonko even dolbe system okono attorney general for report oje jane afoko carry de ye enough evidence to prove ya kiti okay bari comme ya fo nyamin cherry picking kake dolu ni kama sekunda fasa ya ibuka kukela bari ni opposition ola ise kukela so corruption e mol jahal in the bakele Gambia there is no corrupt free society. But the Gambia molka for Africa enemy, the biggest enemy, jama wolka ke corruption revenue leakages. Coming itebe munen lola no ngalo anti-corruption bill iko atata parliament le but hansa informant keje. So corruption ola karola, what would UDP do pour que wo kele Darboe and ila dépasso fanan la karola mole ñi silata ko president wala dépasso warta bakele. So an anonymous donation, I want you to be H.E, I want you to be explicit on this, because would lawyer Darboe, will we see President Lawyer Darboe also telling Gambians, I have this anonymous donor X, Y, and Z, wale kurudin. So would we see a replica of this in UDP government, Sita?
Well, anyway, question killing no, question none. Yeah, but that's okay. Now, on the deportation issue, I think an approach would be very pragmatic. I think, deportations, Nabekala, it should be with a human face. Just don't take people and dump them away. I think people who have, in fact, lived in particular countries for up to 15, 20 years, maybe because of some negligence on their part, among steps in your immigration status regularized. Maybe some of those people found investment in properties in those countries. Do you just get up? You'll deport. Or should you consider those case by case? Now, we would suggest we would go into negotiations with countries. On this issue of deportation, we'll ask those countries to treat each of the prospective deportee case by case. Those that merely along they have skills. Really, they are employable. They can be of use to the host country as well as to themselves. So that it's all fake, to have them employed. Give them a moratorium, amnesty, from this particular date, or on this particular date. Those who have been in the country for so many years will now regularize their status. And then anyone coming after that cut-off date, you must be resident, legally. You come here on a visa, and if you have to stay, you go through the normal process. If you accept your application, to give you residence permit. That's why if you don't, then we ask you to go back. But then they are there now. Give them a cut-off date. And there are people amongst those people, amongst them. They are trainable. You see, Karandino Mecholale. You see, Tanole, institutions to a Karanjeto. Well, Fanalu, have to give consideration to them. Nara Kavoko, Dolta academic among the qualifications to enter universities, but they can go to polytechnics to be trained, in the various fields. Help train them, so that ni nata janto, ni murutana, they can be self-employed. These are things that we will propose with EU, because maybe you may not have to deal with individual countries, but then countries you have a huge presence of Gambians, Germany, Spain, Italy, those places. You would want to do bilateral with the
Switzerland.
Yes, we do it bilateral with the government, with the government, to take those into consideration. Give, a cut-off period. Give a cut-off period. Give them amnesty. Let them have their documents, and anyone coming after that period will be treated, differently. What we want to do with them. Now, the health Funko, I think is one of our 5-point agenda.
Yeah.
five-point agenda is one of them. And really, I'm not talking just as a politician. I'm talking just as a Gambian who is living with this condition.
Yeah.
Entitled of Tanoto for something among me. They were complaining. In fact, I was with Honorable Amadisane. They are complaining. Kafko, even gloves, they don't have. And we are telling Amadisane, Kafko, look, even Minister of Finance to women, you were responding to our request. You are dealing. You were partnering with us to solve a problem. So for us, really, Ninko Loptano Nilu is going to be our priority area. I mean, it's going to be a priority area. Let me tell you, Kavako, an audit is being done on the number of health facilities that are government owned and number of health facilities, private initiatives, particularly in the rural areas. Clinics, local, and the staffing situation in those clinics are all things that is concern to us, because we know that there are clinics, the staffing, the poor staffing, or that because the health personnel ila salaries, the community tries to put up the money to pay them, and most of the people who are really fucking out that those funds are people in diaspora, trying to get ambulances to those health facilities, try to get beds to those facilities. Now all this, we are taking an audit of all these things, and then government, we will decide, or we'll give directive as to those health, particularly privately initiated health facilities. Government should take them over, provide the staffing, provide medication for them, and the welfare of the staff working in the hospital, would also be looked into, and health centers like Mansakonko Health Center. I think maybe this is time to upgrade it.
Yeah.
The Basse Health Center, it is time to upgrade it. Kuntauru, Kauru, Esau, Brikama. We have to look at the population of region. Look at the population of West Coast region. Such a huge, densely populated area does not even have a full-fledged hospital. It is a health center, a major health center, and it is time that we upgrade those health centers to status of hospitals.
Yeah.
So that you don't have to be running away from Brikama or from Lamen Health Center or from Sukra Health Center. You are going to take the patient to Serakunda Hospital or to Banjul Hospital. They should have all the facilities that are available in Serakunda and in Banjul. So also it is a Serakunda Health Center, even though maybe now that you have a health center in Serakunda, a fully fledged hospital in Serakunda, but the population is so huge, the demand on Serakunda Hospital is so great that you nearly need to have the Serakunda Health Center, the Bundung Health Center. You need to have them upgraded as well, Fajikunda. That is what UDP is going to do to try to grapple with the health problems, because it is just not women dying in labor, it is also other issues, availability of medications and the ordinary wherewithal, what is needed in hospitals, oxygen, all those things. And we need to invest in our health system so that we can stay healthy. That's what we need to do, and we will do that. Yeah. Corruption.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know really where to start with, but then corruption, I think, has become so endemic.
Yeah.
In this country.
Yeah.
It is a disease, and we have really got to fight that. That cankerworm. It's eating, into our economy. It's destroying our economy. I don't think we just establish an anti-corruption act. Don't just
we'll solve it. That is not
that's
enough.
But we have to get men of integrity.
True.
To be, the commissioners in that body. Men who will themselves not be corrupted by anyone. And corruption in this regard does not, for me, as far as the anti-corruption tribunal is concerned, it's just not material corruption, but even emotional corruption. Because corruption can take many forms, So that just not material corruption, but just not material corruption, but other forms of corruption that would affect their judgment. Linki di malamo. So that is not living to your oath.
Yeah.
For me, it's an aspect of corruption. Maybe Mayor Lonkafoko, you have been put under some kind of pressure by friends or by family to go against the oath of your office. So, and certainly, UDP government will fight corruption because it is our belief for democracy to thrive well in any country. In corruption, you will have to confront corruption head on. Otherwise,
thank you.
Otherwise, all these big talk that we are doing, I don't know enough of it.
Thank you.
We are determined to fight corruption, and we will fight corruption. Then your question about expenditure at the office of the president. As the
acceptance.
So, at least for now we will cut off at least 25% of the salary of the president's salary of the president's salary.
Wow.
I don't know what a future president will do, but my presidency will cut off 30% of it. And
wow.
The other expenditure, but household. I'm not sure what the household constitutes, but then I'm household mudamenti. Nina dimbayalu. And na house help member jando. Really. Wuli keme wulta lulu de lunkili de pazode. What a sort of lantelia mumeke.
What a killer.
Well, what a killer.
UDP masa kunata okela.
No, what a killer. Because we don't the president's household. The president's household. Maybe do call it. Maybe do call it. Ikejo karola. You don't expect Kafako, wala sukono the pencil and everything. Wanyanta tarla on the state. No. No. But I cannot tell you, Kavoko, President's office and the presidency and the State House, la expenditure may be getting, where they were more kuntlale drastically. Yalan tell data kucha do mola ni nyankata
But Kori, His Excellency Kori inte anonymous imanje jabi anonymous dono sonol dum go fana beso
well, but why would any donor in fact want to remain anonymous? Donor, no, a genuine donor. Why would he want to remain anonymous? I think any donor may alon kafko ku kekan pour bankola na faka, you would want the Gambian people to know Kavoko and Tede, they may alon Kavoko, mbota sali Kenya le badibu sali Kenya, alan hardi fenna, so fanambenyin tala jeto, kahadi mansa kundala, puru kagambe dil makwala.
Great.
Mune anaotekele fani mole larang ngajele ni mole larang nati ani box de ko punda tanolo e ke lo di television o nyala e ka fo
stop
so why anyone we alon ka fo ko we $3 million nati animals anyanta fa la Gambian ko de yano sometimes in foundations, President's Foundation, First Lady's Foundation, President Jimara Foundation, or President Doma, these foundations, Ngafo, and I repeat it, and Walamunalahi. So, Nte Namusolu, Ni Alaya Kendi. Isimayata for ni better they will be better for the country.
True.
Niebela capabilities niebela person and all passionate about the areas in certain areas, and they're all also some of them health related. Now nobody will come to any of them because you are donating something to them because yake left another. Whenever such thing comes, the director of social welfare, luckily, hand the money to director of social welfare. Natra do agricultural function, you call the director general of agriculture, you left the agriculture, kamusol makwe, kodo nyimfelentito. And it must be properly utilized. No money is going to be received by any of my wives on the pretext Kafoko, they are undertaking some social work. After all, they've been given a position of privilege. They should give back to the Gambian people. Not that Gambian people should give them. They should give back to the Gambian people. Ninta bata president yala. Ni left your foundation came along.
Thank you.
And then seek funding, through their those foundations to do whatever they want to do. But they will not use their status as the wife of the president to try to raise funds through so-called foundations. That will not happen.
Thank you. That is really phenomenal. Okay, party leader. Ngamo iko molbe batunkang baake ngambe si joso to sign iko molbe korontore inyata tala blale to sign. So thank you so much. Hanyala burfule galbe yen call sign eko burfudu ngol ko be batunkang. So thank you rek yesarodi sign sana. Thank you in a matter of minute yesarodi that ngebloita. Thank you for being here. We really appreciate it.
Well, thank you very much for having me on this platform. Gonga fanyame aleni interview menketeng yung platforms ñol ñanta juice la wala UDP mu nekela UDP lafta menkela bankoy ni moko tel bela ku dol la you just forget about them ni man sula ñina ni mobe engage la in on edifying debates.
True. Thank you.
Man laf sula na platform ol ñelto kamo to fo jeto karbe tene nin karbe nyame kare ke wonya del ngano ka ko karbe wonyale bari telbe men kala na Gambia ye na continue ko fo mo lengi platform to kana mo ne kana mo single out isolate individuals and ke criticize ka ku foema that should not be happening on this platform. After all, after new platform to really compete against GRTS, to compete with QTV, to compete with all of the other TV outlets, Janto. But what's thinking was that no, it will be progressive programs. And more will come on your platform. Will address the Gambian problems. They will not be talking at individuals or on individuals.
Thank
you. They'll be talking on national issues. So, Bal Tankla Bake, maybe Danin Sunkarobe Banda, Sina Kacha Janto, or Azimod also the Nakachala. In fact, Sunkaro Kono. I didn't know Stasol Kilina in Naka $1 Janto.
It's okay no.
It's okay.
But ngala abla jame be tonyela abla musa jame be tonyela musa jame ako dawo kunango la ko alma hanyu sungaro la abla jame
ibari ana musa jame nata janne ayajele ay tetara sundin janne de
Thank you. Thank you, Nafisatu, also for facilitating this. Thank you. Thank you.
Let me also wish everyone Ramadan Mubarak. Benga duni Ramadan kono, Cairo kono.
Amin ya
Rabbi. Namasuli kanyama. Ndama kwa nabato mutanye. Na Gambia ayatanka ndi fitnola. Ayatanka ndi fitnantula. Allah baraka baka wassalam.
Wassalam, baraka baka H.E. Baraka. Thank you. Thank you, H.E.
Baraka.
Very breathtaking interview with His Excellency Lawyer Ousainou A.N.M, Darboe, UDP flag bearer. Ngamira Nisana, we've done our utmost to ask the sort of general questions. Obviously, what sort of question will be but I think we have done within the limited time. We judiciously asked the right questions. Okay, gentlemen, I just want to tell the audience nga molje jana mele alon ko inata janka provocational ke ka commentary ke I was focusing on the computer, reading all the comments. I think I blocked 3 people personally while the party leader was talking. Some of them mumo inendiro ke janga all block but some of them are just NPP, and I saw the comments like, they were just criticizing. So we let some of those things go. Lafta men for Moderek, we are a democratic party, and the new UDP man secondary will be criticized. The party leader will be criticized. But Nendiro is a no-go area on Bantaba. But obviously, if you criticize us, we shouldn't just block you for criticizing us, because I come to Menka Baroman secondary criticize. So should they have a go at me? This is my general comment. Democracy, man, is a bitter pill. So let's just exercise patience. Lawyer Darboe himself has told us, I have last time, we allow even the media houses to be critical of UDP. But Nendiro is a no-go area here, and we will not tolerate that. Nendiro ni momo you use ninte maje fani nyamaje daram marga most of a block jan already. They use language profanity and it's not it's not accepted here. But I read some of the comments here. Somebody just asked a question about why Lawyer Darboe will do for something like this. NPP Molamati, Ngajele. So no, I let that comment go. But Sana, generally overall, very good interview. Thank you.
Yeah, Baraka Bakri say we it's a good point, and let me just emphasize a little on it. Until you understand wrong. I'll example of Gibe platform or even if they have the president of the country speaking, very few people goes there to listen to him. And then until Muslim Bokata je fang ka distraction olke. So at the end of the day, mbe nyatole mfisati etile wise etile. So let them just give them this doubt of the benefit that koyena ikelele ignorance exposed all the time. Ali bula as long as nendro boka comme se ko yafana ni nendro lem ndelle fonga be clé block la. But il a une frustration mais kana ko comme la plateforme ga plus ka distract. They're showing us their true colors every day. They are showing their voters their true colors. ndelbe enjoy menole ke kan wala muytala nyaton ko le fon ka siya ka fandu molbul ba ni president ka siya ka kumol fata men kelano aka kumol fa men man sense mek dena tele ka fandu molbul pour moliye tulungala because atale sita ka internet o kala gadi no ita mon courant provide no mole ko be internet di la mole
yalo sana monen jale pati dida kon aka dingolong akon kana jefo akon we should not go there so
no but mi sada majina fala ka dingole mu nyaaw bala ka ma krandi daji ko dola de daji ko do ya fangalo tal daji ko do be ja fangalo tal fay yeah so baro mala ka fandi mole bulu so and people call we don't have a choice is your president me anako nata dula da katara siri ngabe diamola president wala mu nata da si dula da ko mol fa me anako ta fango yaf no clue about it president wala me anako ko mol fo banko ka gambe do ate wote len katalan ka yayro ko bukaje ako 3000 classrooms gambe be yata fa banda maja 3000 classrooms lo dame ako sign two example of nyingado na ka fa combo sate jumale fo nyi combo ngole mako.
Anyway, what we want to do, Kadinjai, can you pin the number? Malam for Sana, I don't know which number you would like people to call you on.
This 1425 ni.
Okay, I have got your second number here, Sana. Is it the second number? Yeah.
Yes, the second number.
Okay. Memenkela, I will Kadinjai, I will inbox you Sanala number. So yani na number pin. So multi call. We'll up on the lines. But lafta mena jang drama konton dole bija malum for ngama fake account lo. Woben nendiri balla jang telephone go block. Kadinjai go block le. Wo drama konton ko siata bage malum for atebe kamfare back. But anyway, lines are open right now. Now love to contribute a lot to the platform. So I'll Sana. La number is there. Nteta mbakela jeles Kadinjai. I think you should have mine. Okay. The lines nimelio sanala number wrong. I'll say call Keno Kotenke.
Yeah. I think I got the first call.
Okay, go ahead, Sana.
Yeah, caller from UK. I told him, and then quickly, not more than 3 minutes to each caller, please.
Sana inimbara ifamala Mustafa Sanya UK.
Hey, Mustafa. Okay. Ebe life le shehu be mo kan de be mo kan.
Yes, bal be kondona brother Sedili be kondona. Fa bota diamu kan alama banko mo be ba duwa be ke alama le duwa jami.
Amen.
Yeah, present in waiting 2021 December 5th. The celebration of Canada Allah Ta'ala.
Inshallah.
But in some for Gambia diaspora and don't mean for diaspora, no registration. But from November to December, I important that Prungata and campaign okay. You understand it? I important that because I feel like Ntole do play 2016. Although man quartier fight, or bring that again for a model taraje, ika APRC kumolfo, because man la in coalition for that. Or no more Jamal influence Purka and the Comenco, ya quartier fight coalition because man quartier fight nyanya, but no Keno la Purka guy influence quartier fight no coalition.
Exactly.
That one is a good point, because
very good point.
Man trust Comenco like Dolbitala. Ngata ngonga quartier fay Gambia malla ko IEC binano jam pour ka quartier dintola
okay
ya fole bonte malla ansa
okay
yeah so nalfa ba Gambian ko la ala kumo buka domo akala moyle
thank you
I mean for Gambia ko al quartier sigale di ngal fala le sangilul folo ti ala ali ajiba ngala la banko ka
very good point baraka bago
mfa mba min fole wala nyindi ko fonsa adama la nyim fole ay tali wala la banku di wala at age of 7 years a student girl ako adama ka sole kay because I mean fata kenola di nimera mo 7 years
exactly
so mfa bela ko mo par fonsa fo inimbara ala me la nyeje
thank you Mr.
2021 December 4th billahi wala tele na bodo ala bala be banko di de la
exactly
la batata kala ken sawdi inshallah
baraka thank you so much Mr. Sai
la kabro kono le ale nemo jindi ga ya pata min ka banko e ninga mira wala ko la Gambia fon politiko bante jelen ninga nyi alfa la ko moy Gambia dingol
yeah baraka baga thank you
baraka minu baraka baga sene
thank you so much thank you caller we've got a lot of callers so like sanaya fonya ngalon ko mo jamal of the 2 minutes also okay, no, quickly, because call a Jamal Leve Dungan. So Malam Darboe, go ahead. 2 minutes we give you. 2 minutes. Wa alaikum salam. Malam molle be dalaje ila diamo kanale de molle dalaje, right?
Okay, nka fene ko programu yin kumara de programu yin dara nyama beteke.
Abaraka.
Yo, mbene patili de kono konto de banque watu
Malang, to be honest, I cannot continue your call. I'm sorry. Momo be call, please try your jump from Molla because Nibe Mol Dale Kadiamu ila noise canale. So Sana, you take the next caller. Go ahead.
Yes, okay, so we have Bayo here. Bayo.
Yeah, Bayo, go ahead.
Sana.
Yeah, Ndemo Kane. Go ahead, Bayo.
Sana, the me follow ala baraka bake it is ko ala interview it's very clear ala interview senator patili de jabiro mildi jabiro ñu be senator anu eko ñina mu démocratie te molla ñun karolu molla sulolu ala ñu interview amanke PRT yalo ni PR le me alon ko e ka bula dale ya fo bari ete be siring America banko kan sewu be siring Angleterre banko kan ale kuma kapitali sa fe ale kuma ko bonde gamien ko bulo kono ale ñun karota ale adi parti leader anu ñun ka taje me alon ko abortala le ma fa ko di al mol diamol siata la mol diamol siata ale ñun ka gambie dum la sulo la anu gambie dum la sulo ñi ay wala bi muta ay jabi ali tayin ko be gambien ko bulo gambien ko lu parti leader fela diamuta ako abe gambia kinde nyamen ako abe tonya sabatin la gambia kono ako gambia mota boyla mo kan ako gambia nana da corruption be bannale tan gambia ko le ba jibe ron membe kere wonyo December 4 mo be akade yela kato tiga ya di pade dela basana dela family do wala nyuto ko president baro smart guy no I wala di flow la CRR I smart donkey farming di badi bunko la badi smart donkey farming amuto ko nga ay smart forest di kianko la sai tan comme ngolu abe mel di la sai belam smart internet wala ba for smart wifi so yela mun to ñen kawol se ko lafta ale yela vlo la man la sin ñen ka ñen smart forest smart donkey farming in bali and smart garden in Flado ala ñen ka wala ba yam
Abaraka bayo.
Thank you so much. I've got Jali in Manchester. Jali Kalajola Jali.
Assalamu alaikum. His Excellency H.E Ousainou A.N.M Darboe Kontonda. Mbaten tula mbaje na Gambia na Pampulam. Gambia la Sankalang. Gambia nya. Gambia bulo. Mba Kontonda mbaten tula mbaje na His Excellency H.E Ousainou A.N.M. Jata muta jata wanjalanko. No bota je se ko bal konton na balte tula balte na ba ke bin sana mo be santo albe santo bari mo tatel dindi lay mo be santo albe santo an ba kata kan albe ba ko do ko la mo bal le bal kaja fi ko be fona albe from albaka alama aldal tulal bulu alkana na pataki kenset
Amin ya rabbi.
Ba ko do ko man dia ale Kokunding, crisis in anything, Aliata, Al-Newtown Lemal, Momonding, Monyataka Duali, Al-No Komina Patue.
Yeah.
Tafako, Kukende Kela, Alajabila, Alajabala, Alama,
Abaraka Jali, Abaraka.
Nadia mutamel sino mel buka sino Nadia mutamel kwenda ndio asikweko Nadia muta meri hadim muna alina na bango sikana kaya beautiful mosi muna fono kuseni babi useni ya be fula hapa akana mali alfa mati apapo mola alafata kia samba na kabla
Abaraka Jali, thank you so much. We take another caller. Jali, Bamba Mas been trying. Bamba Mas ngalinko kiene. If you can join via video, Bamba selling Mas. If possible, is a join by a video, Bamba Mas, that would be better. So ngalinko kiene. So if you can join us by a video. Okay, Bamba is calling right now. Let me take him. Kadim Rasul.
Hello, Sehu.
Linko ki don't number video for?
No, but let me quickly say one or two.
Okay, acha bismillah.
Na papa moile interview yin diata bake.
Abaraka.
Saying albe papa la yamoro moile. Interview was stopped because it was very impartial. First ones. So the skeptics, I hope they are listening. Men link, men we along koi mela mind makeup. Ibe moiru kale njikitala le because nka modul je safarola le modul bije wolman na kurke mo wolna tele purka distraction. But sana seko sural ko di gache galam.
Abaraka.
Papa muta ko komeng atul mo UDP ta spoon feeding fak mo buka ta spoon feeding bari al le restaurant jini kala banko mo la jahali dalu ni UDP man sakunda nata nga moyle the chief executive me alon ko is the incoming president ay kuma kawol bendo Gambia dewlo ali Papa Ousainou la kuma moyle say alta subu ali Papa put to account ali afay ko itay ñing fo ne ngabe be recorded ali still di ko la plan should implement for a better Gambia ko ni muna do fa ne meta batare ne ma ko ali chance di adama baro fo la ko UDP e bata men ken jampi la julo jola al Gambia ko la pila julo tim fanan ali banko karfa masanjuru ali ajube ni ma ke ko next election men fali bonni
bari kadi rasula kon kana dingo made amanso nga dingo ma ya moy la kon kana no ide fa nga dingo male sometimes ila broda
hello papa is always defensive of his children hani menu parakase de jolonda savoir de jilo
Thank you, Kadim Rasul. Sana ye kola dosro.
Yes, Sister Jara line. Jara.
Hello, Sana.
Yes,
Hello, Sana. Baraka bake. Sana Sehu sedile baraka la program diata bake. Sana bafola baba eko ko ayafa dinga eko ngana mobile quick le drombal jube kan. Bari afaye ko adingo ayamani na rong ayatra rong ayajube abe yamfala mole nyamen rong na mama dikende ko sadingo amakarandi minali o bulole nata andum fo nga mama ndile kende kay regle doron bari sana pa Ousainou min fo programme to adiata ba abetiata packet because comme abayo ya fo nyamen anything Bamba Gambia ding la tan tolle bulo kono ta Gambia ding le bulo kono ko ni la bango di ba Ousainou la ani UDP government ya jube ibe bola ibe tar la Cairo min kono ani Gambia be develop la nyame rather than Gambia to Adama Barrow bulo kono Adama Barrow na la criminal na banko e ke drug division oti na banko e ke criminal division oti sai musol pa hanyela tala tintila tilibulo mol everywhere tata dawodan ding ning criminal or ka security or pang la attack sanyalong the civilians or we wol mantara in peace so for that being the case Gambia ding on be danila yaki alanin kilai yela election ole kana yela karteota ayadi Ousainou Darboe ayadi UDP government la and UDP government will bring changes in Gambia. UDP government le Gambia keno la comme tol be siring nyami Europe no jang. UDP lem government bekela government mi alonko ala be rapid development ole satola sana UDP lem government fana mi alonko at a criminal empower because moment in nata come say we are in kamina inani mustonu sol o molbina la ibe kodol dila UDP government la wote keno la say we are for lem bodia for jam so nakita nyaw nyandi UDP dingon leka UDP sponsor for that being the case doron bafola liko ala baraka alla dubu kendo la anala is the most brilliant interview ever. Thank you.
Thank you, Jarai. Thank you, Jarai, for that elaborate contribution. We've got a caller from the UK.
Hello, Siku.
Hello.
Nimbara sana Fadabo lem UK.
Fadabo Nimbara.
Bafala baba nimbara bini mole lansisino. Ye memfo bufa zon tol fana bidi gal lansisino ko mo bi ala kuma ka o mo. Mole jindula anga dike bala bisafle.
Wallahi.
Gadin dalo adin ke waya alo hebe e ala kono. Ya ne ko bafala ya tama. Ani ya tama le.
Bara ko ngana dila kuma ko de jelandi.
Atakita yung man taki yalong tako do jele ngon simbondo be je nyingori wala utuda mo kataki la mur bar nyingon to so wala utuda nga jenkendi baba e sabada mo di atala ko anyanta ngon singol bandas la
man nasi na friend lam de man nasi baro man nasi
dole ko kay de Instagram de la mo ko ñi koy te be UDP ka 100% kan na man na carte fa
bari me ngala me papa Ousainou bala la legi ka dingo toñe yalla to la broda lo no yalla to la broda lo we have this brotherly banter to the manasi brotherly banter me pa bi dan la rek wala man nasi to si ko abaraga Fadabo wallahi nata mansa sindola de foka sindi doron Abaraka. Thank you so much. Thank you Fadabo. Abaraka. Okay, Sana, you got the next caller, right?
I get caller from here, but say we need any manasila manasila.
Huh?
Ibrahim Sila ni manasi altema. Ibrahim Sila ni manasi.
Na buroda la Ibrahim Sila yala ate na buroda la madi me pa bi dali la kabula kan na buroda ka chugun dom. Anyway,
I get a caller from
go ahead, Sana. Then after me Malam Dabotala. Go ahead.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, caller from New York. I believe it's Kabiro, huh?
Yes, Sana.
Kabiro, okay, go ahead.
Abaraka. Thank you very much, Sana. On the other side of the Atlantic, we are so proud of you.
Thank you.
Say usedi fanang ndingole mafala nyomi kapa. Guys, interviewing excellent. Point Ali point will be asked H.E be answer.
Yeah.
And there is more opportunity beje abe more answer level.
Oh, like my question being very important question to come we wish we could ask all these questions.
Yes.
Yeah.
But from those Gambian old salon, ko UDP la mansakunda will be Gambia rescue. Atuda Gambian call the bulu sign. Atuda Gambian call the bulu. December 4th binana moli tela register nini ye carte fa UDP government ye Gambia bondi. H.E kuma fojang. I kuma fojang. I question answer jang. Abemu Gambia la nafa lady. I leadership quality la yitandi Gambian kolanko. Mbafula Gambian koli ende na motambindile nyako kakila president kakila leader ti alala mankuto jube ala mari la mankuto jibe leadership mu quality leti lawyer Ousainou Darboe wala yitandi Gambian ko ay wala yitandi Gambian ko la wuta tuta Gambian ko le bulo alla keno fele Gambian ko na lafta alla banko ya advance al carte fa UDP December 4 but na lafta alla banko e mur koma ala la carte al kanadi UDP la al saji be mimbe tamala Gambia
no da abara
ala last point to min aya for dukarimbe UDP dingo be danila now is not the time pour nga tulo kasi molda min yalon ko ben distract la now sign ntambita wato la I mean for na platform molo alnge use wisely because we are in an election year media would go a long way for UDP TV and media lembang for online ban lembang for kibaro lembang all mu platform molo de min yalon ko UDP we have access to them other platforms man access to the world be min for la yafu. But these three platforms, I'll now make sure na ken responsibility to na more invitment ye mini ko they will sell the agenda of UDP.
Inshallah.
Ko H.E Ousainou mol kana mol noma mol be minkele yake baro administration be minkele yake nimbe baro administration na ko fola na alternative di UDP be munekela Gambia ninko baro man sakunda be corruption la baro man sakunda la security sector reform baro man sakunda la corruption baro man sakunda la healthcare lack of healthcare system na alternative di UDP be munekela Gambia in healthcare sector UDP be munekela in security sector reform UDP be munekela in corruption al ngaw agenda push from now against December
inshallah
ko H.E Ousainou dukare al ngaw ken na do koti nga nyaka sinnen dirol ni mola min yalon ko ben distract la because ibella itol bella flal kantol damal ko sindi nyola adun ningal la moy gola drong na message te futala Gambian kolia adun tolla do ko nyanta kala minti wala nganna message of tandi Gambian kolia ya lon ko ninga carte fa UDP amanke ko lawyer Ousainou Darboe punkilingo la nafalem amanke ko altol min ka diamu nyim platform do altol bina place sutura alla kunkili nafa no bari momi yalon ka be sirin jara bureng wala jara soma mol mi yalon ko be senola je abe kala wolle dahati mol mi yalon ko be nyomi abe kala wolle dahati mol mi yalon ko be badibu abe kala wolle dahati mol mi yalon ko be Gambia dawda wolle be dahala because ni sila kendo sotota amanta sanan nafala amanta sew setili da manafala amanta lawyer da manafala
thank you ndingo nyomin ko yalo bioga jarangol ideal diala ni jarangol la ideal nataja
pimman sakunda be nyine sambala na Gambia ala baraka I'm so proud of you guys I'm so proud of you guys
ndingo karande kende kele ngandingo karande kende kele one smart nyominga caller. Thank you. Yeah. Hallelujah. One smart nyominga caller. But anyway, Fatsen Sabalimbe caller backle. Malan Darboe, go ahead. Fatsen Sabalimbe call kam. Mojamalabe call kekam. Malan Darboe, maybe yeah. Sorry. Thank you so much. I do apologize. Nila call drop me because I didn't feed noise backle any kind of. But now you're good to go. Go ahead.
Yeah, alhamdulillah. Baram kondan back baram pare tentle back mbali jengi jayla back ala doku kendo nyinna.
Abaraka.
And Fulanjam from the party the content the back watu minta kana interview ni atenga yimko and back but lakini be disappointed all the mandina bako purka party leader so media to mingira UDP online wala UDP TV and media ka kole a back do mandi okay so ndiama be kumala back ni atremba samal na media interview party dinga ning tambe do so nyingi ba oknes lele e ba ka dati nyaw tu alas maro naso sukno interview hay atra bisi nyawya wala wan awasta team meeting ko do ya bawa ke dal
okay, thank you. Point noted, but nin kudo le benta. Dol fana hamo minute no pour ka so 2 hours, but it burfutu ngol fana be sura la ngala bi. So wala keta malam, wala tina. But sila killing manke sila.
ala point dul be kum mata ba kan baten ba fala ko ala ma ala na man tabe December on the 4th ala ma ala ki I came moti mi ala ko be winna mi ala ko be banku to surprise now.
Yeah, abaraka.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. Sama, you got the next caller.
Yes, okay, Nakian Kolbejang, Kekendo, even lively. Go ahead. Ifa sama ko. Thank you.
Maybe let's elaborate la clean kan party leader da to ngamra gambero nyen nata ila moy baake wotola wala mu nyin anane mos dono sol la kunyiti ya yele nimma wasifal bay professional te bayla no Gambia but thank God that party leader for the Amragela and then he made it very clear that UDP would not listen to those kind of things. So bayro te manta al sankala baake alla wato tala baake ko kaydan the party leader yalo adama bilo mo nanga programo ke lanko lokun adama ka furo bondile mo ko man ko karla ka furo bond so na furo bond la ni promission me alon ko mo na tamira no la balo ko na ni wosi fa ni kana alon ko parti da mo la ko wodo so bara ala baraka baake bal ko na baake
abaraka ya parti da fo bo understand la fanga la ko do expose ani ala dasa mo ni konton ni ndawol fo no do fa ko $150,000 in dawol so afanga no ka dimo mo nyanya bala ma ko da jikon yeah okay
Abaraka come Dr. Amadou Skata Jana ya Funyami, member of the National Executive. Come, you know, on the first program, so most programs later on with the Happy Party leader joint platforms appearing. But Nana Sister Kembo Financial, Janaba Mas on the call. Janaba.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Kontona bake. Bendo ma kontona sana nge try la no sinya fle la no busy bake.
Yeah, Nela Miss Koloje, I was about to call you back, but she should have been
ala no be hote ne sehu ala baraka Allah hakilimaya anal kende ya anal bampudin kende ya anal aliya la haju bebla aliya indi pila ko kala haju ti ala ma Allah fama ya Allah haju mutahiya ni jaradi
amin ya
kira hormo to ko salbe ni ke katol bampudin le
amin ya
bari sehu manin ko meta folale iko sana am proud tale ka ke sali kenyan ko lo ya da waye sali kenyan le tofo I'm happy and
ina daga kiyangol baba
anda sipa
ina daga kiyangol baba
kiyangol aban kiyangol ko bari busale kenye yeah so being tenga na dain puj pa nyata bise huntol bantara kamfari bat ngala ko patiji dal kanadi ambi ngato mo anda sipa sita bella moy kam ko makendol min bina ko tol man kamfade men kamfata ye nyane wala ku be ko man tara kamfari tol do kontani ne because
jumal kamfari genaba jumal kamfari
no men ka kamfari ga nendiro ke ka ko mane wol fo platform ni tombe wol si
okay
ni la pa ni be men fasa kam baroje so barolla haji babuji because yalom se hu ne mu to nyati Gambia nyanta nenke la wala nyiti ko ni be hani muso ni baji ne la Gambia ko mol ka muneti ka muso la background mo fana keke to mol ka okere ka jibe abama mu muneti ana fama ka munne fo ana ka muneke parce que nyin kama pour ne muso sama na bi ne dingol wurula sike mo kende ti asidi ngol daji kandi sakatu ma nyaton ko mi yalon ko le bina banko be marala ya understand nyaton ko nyanta korosi lale ala na tan so nyaton kala mi yalon ka ko kuma kensen fo moy ala na tan so nyaton kala mi yalon ko amu molti mi yalon ka mo jam fa ka fa jam fa ka jambe jam fa ala so nyaton ko le mi yalon ka haji ta fatiyata ko le yala ko le yaka fatiyata wal ala so nyaton ko le mi yalon ko nay ko be muta ku kendo abu kam ko ma hanin sa yale batar laji aka niele la pour ala banko dum se daha ale so nyaton kala mi yalon ko nin crisis kata Gambia ni ku ba fulol men kata Gambia it won coup d'etat ni 1996 coup d'etat 1994 coup d'etat bi akala dendi ko dum ay wofu ay ta kala banku dingol lanyan to titi nyala nyin banku kan so nyaton ka sifa ay history la so history mi yalon ko hali kidi majje kidi bela kala muta so kana so kula me yalon ka binaw tinyala nyali ngaten nin ngolu nim ba mal nim fama di bari ko be ngalo ya da ba sama state house te ni talala because moment be kilo man jorandi ala ni joramo di wala yale lafta men na bole kele so alinga joramo di ara play kilo kele because a meta kilo kele nyila ngonsi wala lo ko joram man ko bloko joramo net nga samba state house because state house na frata je ko yamele biya men befo ko pacha ko men bebe je ani no men bebe je ntiama no fanya ta je kula le fay sene ya set ballo ya dabol be kala safu no pour que je ku lo ya Ousainou dabo man na tiahani kama ana ta Gambia la hale kama pour kana baba ñol kuran san motol ko ni samba Dakar jani be futale be falas do kan musol kana wulu ibe mira la ni kono mata na wulu bi fo do fabe la fabe pola mol be la bu ko suto sino la hani ya mo kurum parakati yobu ibe la yo fi da tarik mo man tara afambulu ni lafta we bo Gambia ali nga loya Ousainou dabo tambi parce que ngani yole bal andu ngal ko Gambia be pareri ne Gambia be pareri wala le andu Ousainou parce que bi ngalo ne ko kuma kan sen fola te Gambia men tamita Adama Barrow la ya dawa dinke folo te barin ke tede ala karola
bari pa bi fon kana akon nga balal kana ma bi yana be line no cross kan ne de
I'm sorry. They all do know like the president will so ding I have a silo bulaka. Dolbe mention of darling I think it is an impose of a son and inshallah 2021 see Gambia be paril over kalal.
Inshallah.
Alfati mo ni be political e ka fatiare aya o sotole ikake tonya molti anda o sotole ikake mo trindi molti anda o daji ko sotole so daji ka mo sa yidi mo nyaton ko la o bebe lo ya Usain da wala ala de maro kan so alinga kafno Gambia nganna president kendo mutanga ta sindi na baro bondige biko sa mano nda tano
baraka janaba
be konton na bake sehu be ni do ma konton na sana mbadwa ala li sima yala alinga ya mba fala mo be ko Ramadan mubarak ko bismillahir rahmanir rahim na fitiki alhamdulillah rabbil alamin
baraka janaba mbe inshallah ye salima kuntum back. Thank you so much. Thank you. Janaba mas me duale fane alama ala simani jana sana go ahead. Fat Sen Sabali definitely I called about 3 times. I'll try to call her back. Go ahead. The honorable Landin B. Sami caller.
Baraka sister Janaba Nkoro mambe kontona baraka nyinyo siara sebeta. Caller from Italy. Is it copy paste?
Copy paste the England lady.
Yeah, it's me, Kemo UDP, no?
Oh, Kemo UDP, okay. Kemo UDP. Acha live.
I'll be content back, brother Sana and brother Seku.
Abaraka.
Carlton do Kalja back, Alena Patilitan and Kanaka, Minkan Javere Dual Tema. Beduana Patili, Falasaso Shima Bala and Injata Kenya.
Amin.
Amenyato ka nata polbeti mandi sa ka sindi Gambia masira ka inshallah
baraka thank you
iyo ndala kana la appointment na wala mu IEC la karoti ka tande ko diaspora ko nyanda ka vote and then na be kala fana di Gambia la follow the register la e pareto to ina diaspora anta tonya kabringa mo man kontana wala dos ndala miro e mendina wala mi inde ko nimma hakilo to dal diaspora ko len da vote la Gambia and then diaspora jam ko nanda vote sorola because ninga tara Gambia registration of Gambia wolle pare ko le tilena na jang askero nyinde ko Gambia si pare register la ko le na news di ko diaspora ko ta faida so abena kala bona fulolati ninjanante alum alen tankandala
amin
ninga tara chance be momo ndembuli stano Gambia ta register please alna kadanga register Gambia
okay
because ningo man ka bena kala mbulu wati because IEC ndaman layla man torosila tonya kabanga news ni moy man kontanala
okay
Nenda ka previous of beke ko Gambia ni Senegal Gambia ni diaspora na tara jesi registration tano the same time wala mu kuti man kala mania wa
okay that's very good nda kala kata
man ko tinake onyi nyanda kala kachate me alon ko nyanda kanyo kachande jela bake
baraka inshallah ya good position kala kata da platform
ya assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh mo be kontam
baraka thank you
wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh baraka sana kola sol balbe tentola bake mo jama am so nafuno is inundated with a lot of calls sana fana so mementala ni momo 2 minutes ke rebajala we can at least take 10 calls in the next 30 minutes or at least that will definitely even 15 calls every 30 minutes so that we want to take as many callers as possible because this is a rare occasion for party leaders of the platform so we will take as many calls Fat Sen Sabali line out from Finland.
Baraka sedili sanambali kontonna
baraka
yo nka ento mang dia mol moy consider kala bayri na time ton be
time yeah
anta mang pati di dala dia mo fango mamo ento bartal de ronga altarali be calls nyol kan ko gal ngamo ka fo pati di dan ko abatu ngako mandiro ke je ngakonton biro ke doro
baraka
mamu nyawanya bar ngalo no kuma kendo le fotaje andu ngalo no kuma le fotaje miliyalo ko banku dingol le na faale beji sai mimbe tata na ta ko to ta Gambia dingol le bulu sana sedili tonya atol kilimbe nyindi amoni nyimbata be alkata alla do ko wolle
wallahi
bar alkata alla kula nyawo nyanga albuke mira ko malo fomba bimbe kurango sotola fonte kurango sotola albuke mira ko malo fo bimbe jiye sotola mben kula min na fonte ji sotola albuke mira ko nin sa sata malo fombe jati kende ya jaral bunda sotola fonta sotola gambia be mankirin ku jamalla sai bimbi je atota gambia dingol le budu fay tol be la filaka tentenyin toro kono andu gambia dingo be tem musolle wallahi batami be gambia musolla man tarabanku ko tem musolla ya musuwo musuje duniya kono bi musoli be la kama sotol musoli be la nyanto sotol muna ke pare kata hewol to tantangol be lipala domorol de kala tobe bonna o ma woda mama ke hada madingo la nyantoti
tona
ada kadimo nyante la nyanto soto nyanta tama asla kendo la ka nyanta ji kendo le minna nyanta fengo ma bola no ila bungo kono le miliya ilo ko karimu be sado mo atetinya bar gambia mo ka fengo ma bono lokun kidin fa wete wodo mo ka fengo ma bono ila bungo kono fa tilisa bayado gambia mo sol kati nyan sirim poto le kono kasi tara sirim tumbol le kono fojani ba fala ko samabe banna fontol be tarra wala kono ba sanji taluru ni woro
wallahi bala fa
fontol musol fana manyana bala falam fanwe bam
bala fa warta
babu dun tol be jammin to nin kono be mole kan anya ila kono ma yala hanti malo asa kono wure ya kono jibe kono le be nandi mo jibe akamanya bar gambia mor ke ma bo kono ma fa wala le ka fa mo ko ifo mo ma bo ada madi mo mantiya ada madi mo kini batani jahalo latin nanda mal fa mo ma Allah nyola be sirkarinyo
tonya
batani jahalo ni ko wala nam walla nyola be sirkarinyo la iba fa la nyoy ko ima bo fotu ba wol milike kono wure ka tandi molla fokula kake walla ba
tonya
kantun tolu ni wulu wato sitan tolu ni yala katuje wala anan katara silari mon usludu la ka ke modi nga nyande no so be kunte be ka candile be ko be kele de jelela barin tol ni wunu sitan tol la mol ka kurumen bundale to ibe batula fay ba moy la di wala fata fo baale fata fon tol nyanta tula ten sangi tal lulu ni woro ba
bala fa warta
gambia musol ni di wo fama fintita tata e ke mira la fabinala le silo mi ya lon ko silo mol bu ke mira wala bi hani bi gambia ma ko bayno wulu saji fali nyankume moto saykulu tenko abesi la kilini ndol ta fali na silamba
abaraka fatu seni abaraka thank you so much for chatting about Sana. I go back to you now and then I will take another call.
abaraka no kola sura janam fala kebal mo from Italy nakeba ibe live le
yes brother Sana nge kondom bage la moy lalu be konton
abaraka
ba useni ko mo banne UDP today we are proud tol mo parti de me alon ko ninna parti de Canada amul du mem bu ka dewon be ka kontan de ba won ka lon ko nana ta mol membe dundi mol ko ñoko na ko sene andila Gambia dingol we jakalling loptano la ko la ni jararo la ko la UDP fele ni solution on nata be nga parti de la ko mom moy Gambia dingol be jagal ni security la anin corruption UDP fele any solution on nata Gambia dingol ye Gambia dingol ko mandila mbafole ko ni lafta Gambia ye falling alim be nga nanang mantra UDP ko la men mantra UDP mbol la albe nanang albe join UDP la mo solution odi wallahi londo wala ka banko samba
yalo nakeba no ko ina na question lo nyini ka wala na jibe jamal ka but the funny thing is that UDP na Gambia no la hajo lo ne la sulo I know people will think that Sana and Sehu nanyu question or discuss le behind the scene wala na ko kajala ala yalo we didn't talk about this question
no we didn't
Sehu malon kana question jumala nyini ka malo Sehu kana question jumala nyini ka but banko dingol la hajo la sulo no lo and banko be ala halo no lo this is why we always come out with the right question and pabi franka question on jabi anyama yeah
wallahi UDP comme bawsen ya fo nyamen akonga baro nga yamfay do wonde ngakal ko modol ko nyaaje ako fo ni torole mu bawo yedi o men kulu e kala fi daji ka kendo la bar ni de daji ko men diala te moda adi endin nimmoli ka fo nyaade ko nimbol kon nyoto te katling amarilla
wala ko ba
UDP mbavola Gambia de ngol ko UDP lam solution odi andun na party leader na tele bi membe dundi mol bulu nyoto carte fawla karola andun ay kumo mem fu carte fawla karola kuma da bake about alkalolu ani chefol la karola ay ideal men DJ ngalon na dibitol be la moy kanne because electoral bill membe larim parliament be jibe kanne andun ngalon na mi advice kendol moy le party leader men di anam ko UDP dibitol de bare Gambia dibitol be ba folo Gambia di ngol te potas kat ngam tare nyinam mu ko men di amula ya fo nyame nyinam mu massa sindi sangoleti Gambia al banale inshallah ngal kontom programme nyi nyata apete ata ala
baraka sana afaye ko sungaro sidal de drame ko nangol ga hanye kongola Suleiman Rami drame ko nangol afaye sungaro sidal okay baraka bage I've got a sister ya binta member Belgium ya binta
baraka bage Mr. Sedere ngane kontom bage ne brother sana
baraka
Bafulali ko a big thanks alla interview al nim baba betiata bake anyana ka Gambia dum suata mena kom brother sana ya fanya mali wolle nyin ka andon anyana ka wala fananka bafulali ala baraka bafula audience wol fane ya baraka bafula baba ye kontolum be duwala e simaya bala ne jata kende ani harje fironi sutroni tanko for ale nesi on the 4th December on the 5th Nako State House. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Babula Gambia di wali ko baba yeme fo sai kabirin 22 years namira mome ya lon ko na ba kuwe Gambia sai ndaka fo moliene moma nimmema lon jumala mu Hussein Daboti sai mamire iba lon no kotanke because mome ya lon ko hani kabirin tolbe ma lon ko politiko because tolbe politiko lo UDP lo kono bari mbal nem fawol NCP ni PVP la mu so bari mol alfal fawolun ka moy Gambia alfal le fawol la ko momo site ko jumala mu la loyati oncle Hussein Dabo momo site jumala keske oncle Hussein Dabo so Gambia namra nyanna alfalu nin ngafula fo la funding kelo bal alfalu fan ikadimba ya ale gore le karafe male bali ale hakole ken ni tema so because Gambia alfal fan nyanna ka jibele because bi ni finte da hanika president oli be nyinin dirola yuko ndol funding kelo mu ba fe nyol ti nyaaw nyarandi because amen to ko yentol diaspora da malen ne Gambia funding kelu fanan ne sita na brodal ne na sister ne binkol ne faawla ne mama wala sita mo dolu ko wala kam ti lolu kono dol sita jam wulu da jambari ni en tol ne yen na wululal ne ni tol wulul etan tol konna yella fin na wululal la
baraka
so alfa la nyanna ka lolu ko Gambia be bala faala dato bitakan jamento mo be nyanna ka konkelen haajo bulale nyim paru na ba konkelen wala dimba ya lika alhamdulillah rabbi alamin comme always in quand fo abe ndolu barin kelni wandi barin kelni Gambia dingola ko wonna la ta yebula nyaabul da kon nala dimba ya lika malama abe silale so mba fala le ko nan kula mo be siare line auto bari mba fala UDP mol bi ari Gambia be ko arama ale ndu sungaro kono bismillahir rahmanir rahim na binta kono alhamdulillah rabbi alamin so mbagola nyonkolen kafo molu fana ko be janne dem be munya kanne ye munye sabar sungaro la konko la kambe muta ando abe mu stress oti so be ntol bebe ala danela na duma kono bismillahir rahmanir rahim na binta kono alhamdulillah rabbi alamin banni mamman tanka mamman because ntol ko banko itol ko dunia to dia so ni ko itoriani sayal landi tuli because na wala ke adama barona atasi so baba fane ko ay munya ay sabari min dinke data dinke kino ay ko ay suma dinke do ay brother so brother so no wala fane bar mu so la tanyo kan to mando bato men dinko nim fawol la ko te lale ala baraka
ya binta Manx baraka na colleague member Belgium baraka ya binta Manx sana back to you ngamera ye kolado soto.
Yes, Abaraka Sehu, another caller from Italy. Italian Madam mentioned. Nake ba ini bara?
Yeah.
Alaikum salam.
Ini mbara ready. Jabi, okay. Mr. Jabi, you're live. Go ahead.
Hold on, Janaba. Hold on.
Allah interview ñu ke kuda ba ya ñu ka ko la milan ko mo bela firin kalo
Baraka
yo am ala ke mbe de mala do
amin
yo bari ko min boras card min to mo den tela mila fe inda ko ñu pana jibi da man boras card min to mo den
inshallah no kacha kala ko la le boras card min tambi den tela akija fro wata le bal mo ya mira min tefana man ko wodi be kacha kala ko la later on ba question yandere inshallah immediately after this program ba katala kana live ana kala wan awadi ba question yandere
okay ba so ba
baraka
I've got Sister Jenaba Darboe, UK. Sister Jenaba Darboe?
Hello.
Yeah, hello, Bismillah.
Sing mal control na ini sana.
Abaraga.
Mr. Patili da control na mbaten tulamba jaila. Medwala istima pa ani jaka kende ya.
Amen.
Medwala alama ay. You see, December 2021.
Amen.
Interview no one find next registration of the start at the end of next month, 29 May. Na baadhi mlikumandi sio kono mo baadhi wani mkafanyolu mo beta registration wala ngakase nyine kase fa because wala mu ko be banda wati nyimi be kerim tenti
kata wala solution ti
ay kata wala solution so na baadhi wala kase nyine andum diaspora jam fanang ba fala dol ba fala binale dol ba fala tara putum nimbi ya nya sabi ita register suo kono andum secondly fanang Gambian wala nyanya ta yelela le Adam ntene ma kabira asita ntene ma mai pa Adam baro ta visiting leptano
no anamana okay no for after the Faraba incident rather than Baramatol GBJ.
So what in Mulla at Loptano or problem will be Adam Baro to Terrasi in State House Ayalo because Adam Baro me carrying Bangkok and Fangamalo. Balu be Koliarin J. Adam Baro, Honey Mali Boto da from Adam Baro Malo. Paka family Taundiba. Charolo be Koliarin. Balu be Koliarin. Who be able to security can come soto. So Gambian will nyanta nya kuni nya ile Gambia first center bali na sister coming for Gambian only wuli musoli wuli ye tesiti.
Okay.
Na tesiti Adam Baro e bondiji. Aka kumol mi fo aka kuma kansa wal mi fo Gambian only Adam Baro te kuke no la mang agenda tableau kono amam mira soto kuke no la min tambita e minki kuma kensan fo kola
Baraka Bage, Sister Baraka, we take all the callers. Thank you, Ladia Mobetera Bake. Thank you for calling into Bantaba. Yeah, thank you. Sana, go back to you then. After me, Honorable Landing Bisani from Dundula Koloto, I'll after the Amlale. Go ahead, Sana.
Baraka, na Mr. Keba Sabale Sorojang, the PRO UDP Finland chapter. Mr. Sabali, lively. Go ahead.
Sana Baraka Bake ni kontong, nase kusedili kontong. Nanna pati leader kontong ay barakendo menke ne alon ko amantereng bari ndela sila kai kan Gambia ko la ko bi is another historic day ne ya ke woti wala bile ketan lungoti for the first time for na pati leader ne alon ka telekata State House this time a UDP platform will use kandiam UDP Dingoli. And then wale ake history in the sense that Nina Mala Grina choose as our flag bearer. Nina Mala Kacha follow the Menke UDP platform to what a history bale Kajan. Ne along Kunyanta put into our archives because Nina Mudumoti party leader Nakakandia Mala Moli, if Samala party platform moto, I Kumolu Sojan.
Ndena kata nake akumolu lamoy lati nye mutan sondomolu kono now example state o kuluwo ningo famagio aning aya marol mendi nake mutalat lafta me itande Gambia diwol bela wala minti ko karte keso wala kamansa sindi karte keso le kamansa wulindi afelen na kateli lungola me alonko IEC men announced Banku Dimol Bay ko on the 29th of May ebe Banko kan ebe kila lukile de la molukila kakarte safoke Banko karobela and then karte mo Gambia beaten alone tale ko karte koto membe mode bulu wote faila koten woto mode sidia muila molie kana nadia mo Banko kan india mol menke kana na baro Banko kan la party leader la india mol menna kero le tutaje kuma ke mansati kero le tutaje milla Hussein Darboe ke Gambia mansati kero le tutaje woto kero men sa keno wala miyela voters card registration karo ni soto yeta carte fayola woto mobe ni ke wajibo ko momo na etin yeso si momo akambita etin yeso la fojanni sanji kemele mba fojelu wobe nyantala e carte soto carte le ka fay ay konti man saysim dilla ka no seni Darboe si mbe carte le minila la finki na ta carte ni na carte fay mo fana ngata na carte fay ala baraka bake na mobe konton kontanta bake bi se oba
Abaraka.
ko ase oba son de moto nyame ala baraka Gambia
Abaraka.
Abaraka Keba. I'm saying Lower River Region like chairman all the line auto Honorable London Beach Sane Mbatala. Then afterwards I think we have to take 2 calls, Sana, and I will take 2 calls and I'm gonna program or wrap up. We've been here for 4 hours almost right now. Honorable Sane, welcome.
Thank you very much. Abarakabake, Mr. Sedili. Abarakabake, Nabari Bungani on Sanajayo. Say, Wabala Baraka, Albedo, Kennebala, Lina Baribunga, Baribungolum. We are so proud of him, you know, and all others.
Thank you.
Allah platform is doing well.
Thank you.
This is the way forward. Left away Bambandila. Platform utilized properly.
Yeah.
More left information
yeah.
You know, it doesn't matter from the UDP, the former UDP, but if we have to, you know, invite our UDP leadership, more the school information on Anyaninka.
Yeah.
Because Munat Nanko Anyaninka, Kikitalapo, Silataje, Adung Momataje, because I am sure we have the material. We have the leadership that can respond to what the people need or information that is required by the people. So, and I'm sure I was away, so side another good network area. But at least they are giving a lot of good responses to what the people will need to. Left up Mbamban Laje, Olam Yintiko, Kura UDP Nkoluke, Kanyo Mudaria, Kanyo Aklimaya Ko, Napare Dokola, Bambang. Na memuta ngamuta bambanding ke kende komata deje chikola beje ko, you know, come December 4th kolenya na karta winner
inshallah.
Yeah, but abekela menka wala mnyinti ko, we must be committed and even recommit ourselves to the cause. Because ngalongo kebaji mba folale fonsi na nga wakilota nga mufana nga positive vibes nyintundi mo wala mu ñunti mbe kacala le, you know, nga diamu ñoye nda maltema nga kairo ni tengon sabati ni jani modolu nye atray yale UDP moment kana kan walin kadum alhamdulillah rabbil alamin on daily basis. How many people are coming?
Imagine mbe wulle jibe kan honorable iko NPP la for barma badol je Mamadou Sabali wol yo samanan tengoro
yes,
yeah, definitely very interesting.
Amanke mo killing forty, you know, a good number of the but important muna nekana you know, you sell a product so message men kata ani menje UDP wala nyabondi there is no force amata ko mesiri mansa kundala ngamul forcer ngabo mbe bala do gola waranto nga fenne dila nga motorcycle dila o nga motor dila no naturally more adamadu no tonyani chiko
Wala samba. You call in Tonya like UDP. And wala dina Tolomanya na silala. Because you know why? For 22 or 23 or 20 over 23 years, you have a leadership, you have a party, Mealongo is constantly, delivering to the people. Yeah. Whatever they're doing and saying is constant. Yeah. There is no kind of division. There is no kind of deceptive politics. Yeah. They can make for all the to adi left wala kala purka banko yiwandi. Wala mol nyafa wala na bimol ka dundulala. So what is more important on our side is let's come together. We close the ranks. We make sure that we work as a very good team. There is every hope that we are going to take over. So I think killing more and more. Let's talk to them. They're coming. Yeah. More people will continue to come. Finally, left them for now because I don't want to take too much of your time. Left them Contano express a back and my confidence. When I started listening up to now, this goes to show UDP UDP how dynamic and how strong, how well informed, how well stuffed they are, and how prepared they are to join and contribute to UDP government when the time comes. Contribute. If you listen to them, they are all full of ideas. Yeah. They are always stuck with good ideas. We have the material, not even in the leadership alone, but even in the followers. So, which means militants, supporters will not just be, baggages to be carried along, but they will have something to contribute. I understand. So, these are some of the things left among Ecola Drum. I want to thank you very much. I am extra happy with this platform or these platforms. So you just need to coordinate yourselves more and more. The other platforms are here for you so that we sell out more and more the good product that we have to the Gambian people. Thank you. Thank you. That's the voice of Lower River Region Chairman, Honorable Sane. I think Malam Jamalum Jamalum Kiankandu and Jamalum Balibum Kandu. That will move forward. Sana, back to you. Sana, you have another call. I've got.
No. I think I've taken my last caller.
Okay, I've got a caller from Gambia, and Wally Jr. also is trying to call in Batetala. Then I will take this caller. Has tried me many times. Gambia no balababul malum jimalum. Akalafito diamulale. But now Masika. Then I would go to London beat Ngata Wally Jr. Masika. So Sananiman caller, so that I will take Wally Jr.
I think the same Gambian number from Trakanjam, but it's okay.
Yeah, I ain't call back para Masika. Okay, Wally Jr. is call is busy. So Sana, if you don't have a caller, we'll take it. Enter ABC Sefanaya trial many times. There are a lot of people who tried. Unfortunately, Wally is calling back. Okay, we can't take all the callers. Wally, welcome.
Hello, assalamu alaikum. Sehu, is it no right?
Yeah, Acha, go ahead.
Okay, Sehu mbe kontona bake mba falatole ko ini sana Allah do kunin perfect. I can say congratulations. Alia try back la do ko bedara bake la. Thank you very much.
Abaraka.
And they'll have to highlight like three questions I'll post through to party leader. Follow about deportation and about safe and alkalolu. So I be better about you can just brief Mulbeya understand because Dolby Jenny Mumul after audio nyum fanan la moila bembula bijang Mulbeya faham membijin sa for IEC science sol kula nga fatela sa nga fata alkalolu la because Darboe ya senendile Darboe ya senendile ka fu mole membe keri wala kandi sehu nyato kuntiyo mu feneti mi alon ko Nadi amuta drong fembe kumpora kaboye kumpotole so akamuta Darboe nyindi amu anatare ko imantari imani hakili fula soto drong say juso kalale ñemu ñaato kuntiyo la tamam se rolti yalla man salul so fenne bi jemi alon kay o fanam fo jam alon ko aka même fo jam very important pour atol mel alon kal bi jall yalla moy aka même fa la platform very important mulu mi alon ka man jam fa baake aka munta la in the future ñim platform lebe kala fenti mi alon ko atele be UDP empower so sifal mum fenneti mi alon ko very important mbal tentula mbal jeyla sewu ko kilim fanam be je lafta ko la fo UDP ngolu ale fem fo jang ala ko to jube baake komi ko molo bota ñim satel to pour ka fu UDP la e ka cross capeting sewu yalla mu ne ka cross capeting nadi mol ka bu pala ci parti do kanati ikata jele ya fo ye membe keri Momodou Sabally lo diamol mer akofo ikaji ko so Momodou Sabally la ikalala UDP ko la nyanda lo nako
ani honorable alaji estabo
okay so kunum fa ni Momodou Sabally be diam kan kay ko mal jumale nyin dialla very important because Mr. Malik So diamuta mun na wala mu tribal
Malik So
aya fo fula kamala okay from there Sabally diamuta mun na wala mu ko deportation and borders okay ala estabo nata diam mun na wala mu ko Adama Barrow la ay kole suno mune problème onati UDP ni Adama Barrow tema because alafta ka molle bi jemi alon alafta sanna e kala ci fokono so yole realize ala ko kono dron kol nata pem so ka mun da be highlight many different mi alon ko wala be gambianol face kan Momodou Sabally tata deportation wala mi alon ko wulli kol jama bi je wol jama be jebe tamadulale sa kono 65% jama ka boni santo satelle to so fenna mo mi alon ko UDP ko ale findi ale yafa moli membe kering mostly alla mol mel nalni diamuta ibe tubabu dule bang akolate kan kayto be bulba kayto te bulba mol afo moli ye membe la ari la mol kan afo la moli ye ka fa nyine be kering musu jama be je kunu ni jube wulle trif andi odas wole famo so do katambi modol la mel yalon ko wolle be la ari nyi ropte because it tolum jebi je ikatar Adama Barrow le bari malon ko membe kering so ngamul fahamundi forcé kono te sono ya kono ani gisula kono tilafto ali nga tra ngamul fahamundi membe kering ma fala se wala baraka
wali baraka thank you okay wala bekala final call from my end Sana saying do apologize it's not I know angani obena barenta kano practically we cannot take every caller so callers all mali probably malako sikano hopefully next time I'll have opportunity we definitely I do apologize but we have 10 minutes to 9 in the UK. Sana was very early for you there in Seattle right now. Being a programmer start was just little after 9. You must be tired right now, exhausted, but definitely it's all for good cause. So once again, thank you to both Shedikan, Memfolo Natajan Diaspora Chair, Natal for interview. Thank you, Sananse Blareki Sarodi, then Yanimi Program and Molmen Nata. Platform of GBB, mashallah, okay, Alkamenja Facebook was 1.3K, but Dolbe YouTube, the total of 1,589 viewers, almost 1.6K. That is very, very phenomenal for the party leader. So the other people were watching on YouTube, and this is very good. Nim party leader funded on Molka Fundileka, Lamoy, Ka Gibe, and this is the power of UDP. This is the power of all these UDP platforms. Masembol mentioned UDP Mansala, we are the only political party we are endowed with all these media platforms, not only in the diaspora, but on the ground. You have the UDP Media Network, Kamarabako is there, you've got Kibaro is on the ground. In the diaspora, you got UDP TV Media, UDP, and 100% UDP. All these UDP platforms are doing a great contribution. And in WhatsApp forum for NGB, mashallah. UDP farumol be jamlal be mbalbe tentula baka manke ko alkamel just screen out o leka do kenoge bamba mas already afila ala kibaro radio setup abe testing ke kanyi wato kono anunga e to be contact individually prunka use ka diamo je wo be kala radio leti ne ala ka use no struggle kono afila yo stamana I revive because all the arsenals were ready to take on Barrow kasama sise mandi mori ko na pabi dani kukili na dorom ako bala advices all betala wala ko ni advice kilomon do tala no wala na fata na in na former brother ma ako legi fonga na former brother tony ako nga pabi dani wala dorom alo advice do kara o tumbula ako legi fonga manasi nga fenke do man dorom so Sana I give you the opportunity to Sarodi. Thank you for coming to Bantaba. Thank you.
Baraka so ila banta dame for drone. It's not that imbato nya but maybe carry me now for drone so na party leader be
carry wala for de
yeah party leader be understand what la na again afanga nyum fola ko atele awlu de bala daju ko do bala modi ala but again so minaje maybe kala to nyati na fo ay mem for drone bo mo la tanen nan ta bulala kasidala ana mako kudembe office nying respect la be men occupy ka yeah so say ko baraka bake anteni tele be jang but again it's because of the management on board platform ndo kunyola anini menbe kul kono sutatri wala sabani interview possible da also be mboje di conference tentu lamba jayla the diaspora chairman atlema sababoti I make sure that party leader Billy are selected as the flag bearer of the party then I be any platform that I ala UDP platform or ala first message kj so Mr. Sedi kan bafle thank you so much for your great leadership and yenyim platform will fanam value nyame this is why ndra fanaka hani suta trilin kana ka fintino ka diamu na party yotola Mbe lamur la njibe dal be tentu la mbafla la parka bake ni kuma foto jam mandia me ye haketu ni me afanye na kuma ko ne haketu. Unfortunately, we cannot ask all the questions. Until diwoni sawa fa mebe mbulu mabe ni kano. So next time be mentra do wala mu mbatira la ka pabi dane so more time la na the platform or at least 2 hours max and then decide question be jabilano at kola fa mbe kala men ni kala be jabilano. But ni ala sonda nal promise ni no la ni be fitara December karoma. In platform batira not only the party leader but the deputy leader, the secretary general, the administrative secretary. We will bring every individual on this platform.
Organizing secretary, Jalib Bensouda, and all these people.
Yeah,
and just before
NPP goes on a message to you people. I know you guys are still watching. Some of them are still watching through the windows. Allah come for maintain talente. Alal fanyini kamina sabu President Adama Barrow na sita platform kang asita television bundalto abuka mo kemelul function mbala mo. It's not our fault. Alal fanyini kawala. Adama Barrow katara dia mo kanne wala katara bengo de melonga katara je ala cabinet do be katara je abuka tami mo kemafulala. Because Gambians are not interested in what he's saying or what he's coming to say. Because Gambians are looking at kuma faka kuma faka member kasoro wala kuma fa melo kata bara no. So nimpati leader nata dawoda mulka taraje alba fe alben distract la we cannot be distracted. We cannot be distracted. UDP tembe da wala. So balabula sumodo ale na ale ignorance exposed ale kufa baliage. But at the end of the day, UDP is focused on the bigger
picture. Sana jani kata na former friend Max Jones. Ya jere ni watu kala mensa feka ako abe break letala because NPP manifesto table. Max Jones, brother Sedile, mengan kumandi brother Sedile. I remember it. Our old friend.
But say ufo yini na Max Labang. Ada buka kumula kata fo. Kumula kata fo.
Yamara kodo, yamara kodo man because ngama iko na strand rek aka MPP ake provoke so that the supply can come in. Yamara kodo ni amang supply keno mo le kudo.
Ibe mo le didi, ima sila ba fana mamante tata na mo iko du sa no ni Ahmed Jite sila ba fana confront le ka ko tele ko moda ku yenyi mo fuda ibe party leader la dunda jan. So ibe wala nyama. By sankara fana di same thing kodo ye mutale ka field. But Max Jones ndele be alo ne mandi ko ka fena ko lonna molem so ada kumola kata fara buka kumofo
kuno ngaja be wayre na ko ni ano UDP ngol bala post screenshot la ya screenshot bari atebe men fola ba fola ako how can NPP not have a manifesto ako this is serious ako President Barrow mo kurungol le ba sora on kam so
no wonde ban sego namna enta question men nyini kala wala dani be parti yolo la fo ba register namna ka manifesto la folo dida manifesto ka didale ila programme sol be dida parti na register anyway fin dia wat but ye parti lo ñu ñame because ñi be tola do parti tola be tola parti tola da ya announce ko parti lo no foundation among any programs no policies no manifesto so wala saba ani congress fo ngata kelono ba council mo godron wala mu ka fole mi algo ko le bendi fankum le bendi and then jamfa le bendi so ita no fo damale tu ñoo wañara budu men fere da wala be deri be bitirin ko do kay ba domola wala fere ndinte ko. But at the end of the day, they have no problem. They have nothing to market.
Because y'all bring old boy in track okay until we old boy man tra political kono but I offended do I slogan use me along until we will use it because until left Barrow jindi lale so ko Barrow I jindi so nga NPP mol fananje kuno ifana iko slogan all use iba fokan tending ala jindi ala because they are not innovative ibuka ideal stars so ikeba le UDP men kedoro your UDP copy. We lead and they follow. And all of it on December 4th. Because
when can den kilo ta sew. If can den kilo ta ndara da bo ngada kan fa ko dia mo si ata da bo kan na da mo den kilo nyinta ya copy in a different way. Ale fonsaje yo fana tara ya copy. So ale den kilo fa kan den kilo fa copy la di. Anyway, so ale me kan da bo fa ko ta ya copy ya kela ballot box lo ba.
It's a pleasure having you. Thank you for
Thank you so much, Abaraka. It's a pleasure to be with you also. And then we're looking forward to another one like this again, Alessandra.
Abaraka, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Abaraka.
Okay, Baringolo, I have got a caller that's constantly calling me from the UK. I will just take this call. Caller? Naam. Abe nyadi? Abe mnake kan? Ite juma? Okay, exactly. But okay, kana na friend to yalon tela. Na friend no mati, na friend no brother shedili. Sai mala ben ku mana nyame. Ma fo brother ya bantale ba malo. Sai. Oh, abarka. Thank you, Sise Kunago. Thank you. Thank you.
Because kuna have a different story na foke la platform with the Paul Lombard. Manjaki Boning. O Manjaki Asido Paul.
If I'm gonna join the NPP le.
Paul sa NPP la ma do ya baile.
Okay, Abaraka Kola, we're gonna wrap up now. Thank you. Yeah. Abaraka, thank you to the caller. Okay, bari mo alhamdulillah rabbil alamin program on yin balbe tentula baki. More me another program on behalf of the two platforms. A massive thank you to all of you. Right now, we are wrapping up 599 people watching on YouTube and Facebook. This shows the monumental support UDP community from the UDP members. Atole kami platform will send them to you. Definitely among so thank you to all the callers. More I do apologize, but practically it's impossible to take out the caller. So because telephone killing them, so needed a call can do. So some people I endeavor to call back, but obviously time is not on our side. So Niman do no be the next day. But Kulumbula being a killing along at all Kumakan being after for party for the mail and question at a set issue of the deportation, issue of the justice system, corruption or Carola. Discussions have been question on meaning Kadal mail and question at a set. Come monkey walk Babu eat a political Gambia. I have fully found call UDP Mansukuna political appointees for political UDP nullity because it's not going to be fair and he's not going to be apologetic about that. Corruption of an amukul head on, we have to fight against that. So these are the things. Anonymous donation of the UDP. Ako ni mo me kurudila no I follow the pass UDP on the UDP government. The budget will be slashed. President will salary the talalale. So you will be big statements already may alongo diamla ya mo nyanta alongo ko nyanta katro for GDP okay dilen kerim bahaba hamnane amon time for you translate why dilen gonna expand topic si dilen santa dilen gerim UDP government so en vote le UDP president bi mo na wani lawyer Darboe na wani the past state house be pare corruption money from heko crime bitamid security money security policy pour ñu équipe ñu jox leen moto yi ñu jox leen di li laa doon wax démb si UDP manifesto awo police dañu war a am resources dañu am ay moto l'hôpital yi tamit dañu war a am garab wax na loolu yëpp fii mu ne UDP mu ne keroog demoon na si l'hôpital sama mo former finance minister Amadou Sané keneen ki mu doon wax Amadou Sané ne bu ma nekkoon finance minister lu ñu soxla dañu ñu daan jox so UDP government will enforce primary health care wax na ne most of these health centers needs to be upgraded. So he made a lot of policy pronouncements on the platform. Lightning go for you bari aferi criminality, aferi drugs, all these things. Gambia UDP government will definitely have zero tolerance. Lightning go for aferi TRRC. Mune inshallah expecting Adam Barrow did not implement the recommendations of the TRRC. Why speaking in Momla, Monica president. More in a hall, a guy, whatever the TRRC state recommended on their report. Bepare, when most speaking president, soldari for neka pele, soldari. I'm not they are seriously implicated. When you are no nekasi army bi, when lulu daf kon nahari, why mom neku president. You don't even have to wait for the TRRC report to finish. One by now, some of those people didn't work again. See, because Sagala Sisunu. Uniform for some of these people lila Gambians di joytu affaire dunda bi bobu tamit serna affaire deportation bi tamit waxna fi ne UDP nañ taxaw make sure they have constructive engagement with European Union and some of the countries like Germany, Switzerland, Italy, Austria, all these countries you have the Gambian company, engagement of new pour Gambien ñoo xam ne dañ fa yaaga te ñu am skills pour ñu am yermange si ñoom bu ñu leen deport obviously UDP dinañ def dinañ dem every effort pour ñu make sure ne ñooñu their affairs are looked up. So président bi du leen jox gannaaw so di la UDP di la ci Sénégal tamit mu respectful relation moo war a nekk Sénégal ak Gambia te Sénégal ak Gambia ñoom ñooy benn doomi ñun ñoo bokka lu bari we are one people loolu la président bi wax Adama Barrow sorry lawyer Darboe UDP flag bi arabi wax na fi ne waaye mu ne Sénégal du nangu Gambia du nangu Sénégal subordinate relationship comme ñu jël advantage of Gambia te moom sax wax na ne I don't think Sénégal sax dinañ bugg a def loolu so lii tam leeral na ko comme li xew la affaire crimes yi all these things laaj nañ ko because crime rate dafa bari Gambia so mu ne police yi definitely dinañ liggéey and they will make sure that everything is look at pour ma summarize ko si Wolof rek because the interview was mainly in Mandinka but we pour ma summarize li la président bi wax UDP flag bi arabi wax expected who's lu ñoo séntu rek moom mooy president of the Gambia the fourth president of Gambia inshallah election wax affaire elections affaire and all these things in terms of the voters cards and all these things wax na fi affaire safely alcohol attestation bi tamit wax na ne IEC wax nañ ne dinañ am they will have serialization of numbers nekk na daal da nga fill form rek dem si alcohol nga sànni so these things will be properly vetted so loolu dal na xel ñu bari so this is at least good lii la ñu wax interview bi am na solo so maa ngi gërëm sana balaa mu ñëw mboo ci kat ñëwoon na fi wax lu bari so diaspora chairman bi so di leen gërëm yéen yëpp I try to quickly summarize for the benefit of all of listeners and thank you for the great program and we definitely thank you all the viewers yéen a program help so I will just wrap up with this nice song from Mama Jali's song here. We will definitely play that. I think the platform was breaking when I play this. I will definitely restart it again. I think you guys Okay, Madam Olala Brakadake, I'm going to draw the curtain here for Sam, inshallah, when we should be back with the political perspective. So, good night from southeast of England. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.